Heading into the final stretch of the regular season, the Eastern Florida State College men's baseball team holds a half-game lead in the Southern Conference. Right behind them in second place is conference rival Broward College. Live from Bruce Bochy Field on Eastern Florida's Melbourne campus, it's a conference battle for first place as the Titans take on the Seahawks. That's coming up next. Hey fans, welcome back to another beautiful broadcast here of Titans Baseball live from Bruce Bochy Field. I'm Eric Kohler alongside Alex Friedrich. Alex, welcome back to another broadcast of Titans Baseball.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Ready to see a good fought program here at Broward and Titans. Always seem to give each other their best.
Yeah, all these teams, they know each other, the Seahawks and obviously the Titans, and it's a beautiful day for baseball action. So thanks for joining us right here on WEFS TV. Who's going to go on the mound for the visitors for the Broward College Seahawks?
Well, for the Seahawks, we got Stephen Chambly, and he is a 4-2 record, 38 innings pitched thus far in the season, 7 walks to his 27 strikeouts, so not a ton of outs by way of the strikeout, but not a lot of walks either. So look for the Titans to be swinging the bat and try to find some holes.
Still a very talented pitcher. Now on the other side for the hometown Titans, we've got a young man that comes in ranked 7th nationally and with his ERA. That's right, that's Blair Calvo. Look at that, a sterling 1.21 ERA, 66 strikeouts. That's just under 10 strikeouts a game, and there's some scouts in attendance that are looking at Blair Calvo. This young man is something to see, and great to be under the lights for Blair Calvo. And there you can see Broward College are in town. Look for number 14, J.C. Milan right there. He leads the team in RBIs with 45, and he's also pretty good out that center field. The last game we covered, he made some very athletic plays, so keep an eye on number 14 for Broward College. But we're just moments away, a beautiful day, and Mark Dakotas, our sports information director, just pegged it perfectly. This is a perfect day to play some baseball. And Alex, it's good to be back right here on WEFS.
Yes, it is. It's a great day for baseball. I'm really, actually, very excited to see Blair Calvo for the first time for a broadcast. Talked to Coach Tan before the game started. Said the guy, he has the velo. It kind of goes here and there, but he's a guy that can flash at 94, 95 on the radar gun. But also the best thing is he's got sink that comes with it. You get 95 flat, it's almost like batting practice. But if you got that sink to it, that can get a lot of outs.
I'll tell you what, Blair Calvo, a lot of scouts in attendance. This young man's 1.21 ERA ranks 7th nationally, and his strikeouts at 66 rank him 9th. So here we go. Welcome back. Sit back for the next couple hours. Enjoy a nice old baseball game with Blair Calvo. The first pitch, away we go, Titans and Seahawks. Number 20 is the first batter, Kyle Wisniewski.
You see right there that fastball moving inside, starts over the middle of the plate, runs inside. Wisniewski unable to get the barrel of the bat to the baseball.
Beautiful complex here. And Calvo, hit batsman, sends a leadoff runner to first base. Not the way Blair wants to start it. There you can see defensively for your hometown Titans. Got Gian Jimenez back behind the dish. He'll basically be doing air traffic control. And there's our umpires, Mr. Mark Morgan, and he'll be assisted by home plate umpire Ray Parrish. So just underway here from Bruce Bochy Field.
So we pause. Wisniewski still trying to shake off that fastball he wore to the ribs.
Yeah, that's never a real good shot. Not a lot of meat around that part of the torso to take a shot like that from Calvo.
Yeah, especially, with the fastball. A lot of times you get plunked with an off-speed pitch. It's not so bad, but early in the game, Blair's got all fired up. I'm sure he's lighting that gun up.
Yeah, you never want to get plunked. That's never a word you want to hear.
But you're a leadoff hitter. That's your job. Get on base, and Wisniewski did just that.
These are two rivals right here. These two teams are very familiar with each other. As number 14, J.C. Milan, he flies out to center field for out number 1. Good bounce back out for Calvo of the Titans.
Working early. This guy's going to swing the bat. This Broward program actually leads leads the nation in home runs and strikeouts. So it's more of a all or nothing type lineup. So we'll see them swinging the bat early, especially with a very dominant fastball from Calvo that he's going to use throughout the game.
Good shot of Andres Lopez, the third baseman for the visitors, the Seahawks out of Broward. Comes in with a .310 batting average, 23 RBIs, fouls that one away. Out of play off the third base side.
Today, as a left-handed hitter, we got the wind gusting out to right field. So these left-handed hitters, if they were able to get one in the air and yank it to right field, it's got a chance of getting out of here.
No, it's a big wind going out to that right field. Good shot by our camera crew right there to see the little drama between pitcher and runner. You can just see it's just a perfect day out here. Calvo checks a runner, pretty good pick shot right there. You have to focus with Lopez. One out here. Top of the first, conference game. Broward College comes in with a 25-18 overall record, and they're 12-10 in conference. And your hometown Titans, 27-12 overall, and they lead the conference in first place at 12-7. So this game has quite a bit of significance here, Alex.
Yes, every conference game is just one step closer to trying to control your own destiny. So you wanna pick up these wins as much as possible. Obviously, to when it gets down towards the end of the season, you can really rest your stud pitchers and keep that bullpen strong.
Scribble to second. They go for the force and they get the call. So good heads-up play there for Norberto Navarro to get the force out. Couldn't get the double play, but that'll work.
Yeah, it looked like Navarro was charging that hard enough, but it wasn't hit firm enough for him to be able to snag that, tag the runner out, and make the throw to first. So he likes to get the lead runner on a close little lofty toss. I'm sure that one kind of got caught up in his palm a little bit, but nevertheless, 2 down.
2 down for Calvo, as that brings up their cleanup hitter. These two teams will be back in action again tomorrow at 2 o'clock down in Davie, Florida. So 2 o'clock, these two teams will battle again. 2 o'clock, the Titans and the Seahawks, 2 o'clock down in Davie, Florida. So these are important games right here as you wind down your season for positioning. And obviously, if you get that first place in the conference, you get that automatic bid.
Correct.
To get in the next level.
Yes. No one likes to play that dreaded play-in game where it's almost the whole season's on the line for one ball game. So playoff positioning is key, and that's why we have a regular season.
So the cleanup hitter, Raiden Ogando. That's right. If they can hold on to first place for the Titans, they earn an automatic berth there, Alex, in the NJCAA Region 8 tournament in Lakeland, which takes place next month in May.
Yep.
So a lot to play for right here for Coach Tam's Titans.
And also, you like to try to learn how these two teams coach, how the coaches coach these teams, just because you don't know who you're going to face in the playoffs. They could end up getting Broward in the playoffs, and
absolutely
make sure leave on a strong note, and going in with confidence.
And it was brought to my attention, actually, the first two teams in conference, first and second, receive an automatic berth. So a lot to play for between these two teams.
And the conference is actually stacked fairly close, so one tough weekend, you could really bump you a few slots, or vice versa, jump up to be a number 1 or number 2. So it's very crucial that each team stays locked in and day out.
Congratulations goes out to Blair Calvo. He was awarded a Student Athlete of the Week ending April the 3rd. So congratulations, Blair Calvo, just getting it done on the mound and getting it done in the classroom. Gondo to third, and to second, Navarro. Nice force out. And tough start for Calvo. Hits the first batsman, but he does his job to get out of that inning. And no blood there. Just underway here. But Alex, I come back to this facility, and it's just it's beautiful what they've done here in the Melbourne campus.
Yes, I actually ended up saw a photo of the field about I think a year or 2 ago, and the difference just from now and then is incredible. The playing surface and everything around this whole entire program. You just take a look around and you see just buildings. There's cranes everywhere. There's all kinds of stuff going up over here in Melbourne. We just saw that last inning, Calvo I'm starting to realize his strength is definitely the fastball, and that's because I don't think one guy got a solid barrel to the baseball. It's just
great point.
It's very hard when a guy's throwing that hard and he's got movement, a little down and in, little run action. It's hard to square up the baseball, and ultimately that's the reason why hitters are only batting, I believe, 166 average off of him.
That is amazing right there. 166.
Yeah.
I mean, to mow all those guys down.
Yeah.
And future's bright for Calvo. You know, there are a lot of guys got some eyes on him. He's a sophomore at St. Augustine, Florida. And there you can see our starting lineup. And a lot of the good bats. You know, one person that you don't see in that lineup is Jay Sierro.
Sierro, yes, one of their stud catchers. He actually got one of those, what I call it, a catcher's jam is what I've always called it. It's his left thumb. He takes so much beating day in and day out with that being a catcher that actually ended up sidelining him for today's ball game.
So Jimenez takes his spot because Sierra had a big game. He was 4 for 6 and had a grand slam and a big win against ASA College of Miami. You can see right there defensively for Broward College, Chambly is a starting pitcher. Looks like they're getting together already. Gabriel Garcia will be calling all the pitches behind the plate for the visitors. Number 13, Gabriel Garcia. And this is number 30, Stephen Chambly. Takes the mound for the first time this evening. Bottom of the first. And the first at bat for your Titans is number 21, Manny Rodriguez. And he's active at the plate. 335 batting average. And Manny's racked up 24 RBIs.
Yeah, Chambly's got his hands full today with Blair throwing for the Titans. He's got to make sure that he does his best to keep these Titan base runners off the base because Blair hasn't been known to give up too many runs himself. So
Manny Rodriguez at the plate. It's 10 stolen bases, so he needs to get on the base pads early. Thanks for tuning us in. Live action, WEFS TV. And that ball is fouled out of play. Big foul territory.
Yes, fans definitely pay attention to foul balls at this ballpark. I feel like every broadcaster here, there's at least 2 or 3 foul balls caught in places that they may have not been able to be caught on other ballparks. So
that's a great point.
Never give up on those fouls here at Bruce Bochy Field.
Ball goes down in the dirt, evens the count 2-2. We'll have continued coverage. We have 2 more live broadcasts of Titans baseball. Mark it down in your calendar. April the 13th versus Indian River. First pitch at 6 o'clock. And then the last broadcast of the baseball season will be April the 20th at 5 o'clock against Palm Beach State. Manny Rodriguez, a shot to shortstop. And they'll be out number 1 for the Titans. Good play there by the shortstop. That's Edison Cabrera for Broward.
Good at back there by Manny Rodriguez. Saw a few pitches, end up hitting the ball hard, just right at somebody. So, as a leadoff hitter, can't ask for too much more than that to start the ball game.
Comes Norberto Navarro, second baseman for your Titans. He's had a good season at the plate, 357. And one stat to keep in mind, he's played in all 39 games and started all 39 games, as he can't beat out a ground play there. That's out number 2 for Norberto Navarro.
One heck of a second baseman too, so can do it all.
Play for the Titans, Vinny Capra.
Comes Vinny Capra, 393 batting average, 21 RBIs on the year. He's got 3 triples and 9 doubles and 48 hits on the season. Then he's trying to do a little 2-out magic here, a little rally for your hometown team.
Visually a smaller looking guy, but leads the team in doubles, like you said, with 9. So he knows how to swing the bat regardless of his stature. He's got some pop.
Case in point is Jose Altuve for the Houston Astros.
Yes.
Young man's joining some special company in terms of his hit production the last couple of years.
Scrappy.
Can't believe Major League Baseball is already ready. It's already rolling now.
Oh,
Spring training. I had a great spring training season with the Astros.
yeah, how
obviously.
was that? Spring
It
training?
was good, but kind of bittersweet. It was their last season in Kissimmee, and they're going to go with the Washington Nationals, which is a local product here for Vieira. They're going to go down in a joint facility in the Palm Beach area, and that will start next spring. And another fact for a lot of you viewers out there, the Atlanta Braves, after next spring at Disney, are going to be leaving Disney as well. So it's going to be curious of where the Atlanta Braves will land. And basically, Central Florida has been gutted, except for the Tigers and Lakeland.
Right.
For Detroit, everybody's been blown to either the Gulf Coast
I wonder
or
what
the Gold Coast.
I wonder what the reasoning is for that. Maybe I can't think. Can't think of one. I'm gonna miss it though.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I mean, now you're going to have to do a little road trip to
Yeah.
some games now,
Just a
which
little.
is not all that bad.
Nah.
But it's definitely a changing of an era, especially if you're a baseball fan, because I've always looked for that part of my spring training in March. And that's a good base wrap right up there in the middle. And a good 2-out single right there for number 17, your hometown team, Vinny
Off
Capra.
base, Sammy Grant.
It's nice piece of hitting there.
Absolutely.
Runs the count full, and doesn't try to do too much. Gets a runner on with 2 outs. Look for Coach Tam to maybe get the wheels going here, get some offensive production, maybe a little stolen base with a right-handed pitcher on the mound.
Vinny Capra's got 4 stolen bases. You can see in the back right there.
Yeah, he's usually on second after the double, so yeah, and have the opportunities. But
Next up is Sammy Duran to the plate. See if we can get some things going here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Single by Capra. Sammy Duran leads the team in batting average, .414. He's also started and played in all games this season. 39. He has 162 at-bats. And he leads the team in RBIs and home runs. RBIs leads with 32 RBIs and 3 home runs. This team doesn't have the big power. I believe they only have 10 home runs on the year.
that is correct. They find ways to win, and I tip my cap to Coach Tam. It seems like every game he's got something else going, trying to hit and run, getting the sacrifice bunts down, moving runners, and stealing bags. And a lot of the times that really puts pressure on the defense, and they end up making errors and you get free runs. So
That's a good point. Coach Tam, basically you just have to adjust.
yes.
You have to adjust your personnel. Pretty good move there by Chambly. Capra's safe. Gets a little dirt on that jersey. It's a tough part of the time of the day, though. This is right when the sun is heading out. This is not a good time to be a right fielder with that wind and with that sun right there.
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough task. A lot of communication from the center fielder.
And what a nice pitch there. That's strike number 3. And Chambly gets out of the inning, gives up a hit, but we're scoreless after 1 inning of play between these two rivals. And again, these two teams will play in Davie, Florida tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock first pitch, Titans and Seahawks will do battle again. So that's why when you wind down in this season and you don't have a lot of games left, the weight of each game, won or loss, is very, very significant.
Well, most definitely. You talk primarily about pitching is the way I see it. Is let's try to keep our arms fresh. Let's be efficient with our bullpen and our starting pitchers. And by getting early leads and keeping the leads, you preserve your bullpen. And as you get towards the latter half of the season, everybody's still fresh. And you go to other teams. You go to say you go to Broward tomorrow, and their guys could be dying. All their arms sore, aching, and you can pull off 2 wins in a row. But you got to make sure you stay focused and get the first one.
It's a nice shot of the playing surface here. Beautiful facility. Bruce Bochy Field on the campus of Melbourne, Florida. Good look at Calvo's got the locks kicking.
Yes, yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, he's been known to flash the 94, 95 on the gun, so he's got some juice and has been actually looked at quite a bit by these pro scouts and committed to play at Pitt if he chooses to forego the MLB draft or doesn't get the situation in which he wants. But he's got a bright future ahead of him in the sport of baseball.
You just got to stay healthy. You just got to present yourself when opportunities come. You just got to stay healthy, especially with so many arms out there chasing that same dream you are.
Yeah, nowadays you see it so more often. It's just the injuries, how they can really set you back. But you know, that's part of the game.
It's part of the game. Top of the second inning. Scoreless between these two teams. Conference action. Late arriving crowd. This is kind of a different start time, 5 o'clock. Obviously, everybody getting out of work. But people are starting to fall in. It's a beautiful day to take into a ball game.
That it is.
Top of the second for the Seahawks. It's number 11. Leads off for Broward. To Jendrick Crows. And he steps away. No pitch. Crows comes in this game, .313 batting average, 16 RBIs with 1 home run on the season. Calvo the pitch. It's a nice pitch. Good job behind the dish there for Jimenez to frame that out. Thought that was a little outside and away, but got the call.
I'm anxious to see how
Ray Parrish.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see how Jimenez does today, and also Calvo, because Calvo's used to throw into Sierra, and you know you switch up catchers every now and then. That could affect.
Another hit batsman. Consecutive innings to lead off for Calvo. Been unusual stat.
That is very, very unusual, especially for Calvo, but he seemed to get out of it with no problem last inning. So let's take a watch.
Gabriel Garcia, the catcher. That's a big young man right here. And Garcia, he actually leads the team with 10 home runs and is second in RBIs with 32. Doesn't have a high clip in terms of batting average at .254, but he's got some power.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that, you know, can pile up the strikeouts on a day-to-day basis, but also, like you mentioned there, 10 home runs. That's a great start. That's an awesome stat line to showcase.
He's got 543 as a slugging percentage. So definitely got some power. It's Gabriel Garcia. But back to your point about Jimenez, with Jay Sierra, with him being injured and out of the game, is that's a very important role between catcher and pitcher, because that communication, the nuances, the little idiosyncrasies, to really kind of, you know, give that harmony and give the comfort on the mound.
Yeah, I've heard so many times just over the years of pitchers requesting certain catchers to catch them in games.
Great point.
And it's more of a preference type deal, you know how to call the games they like to pitch, or
maybe you can pick up on tendencies.
Exactly.
And you kind of maybe have some, you know, nonverbal expressions that you communicate back and forth. It's almost the same importance as a center to quarterback situation in football.
I was going to say the same thing. Yes, you're exactly right. You're still playing the same game.
That's right.
You know, you've done this your whole life, but still, it's just something a little different, and you know, good players adjust. So
Calvo's up on the account 1-2 here. This would be a great opportunity if Calvo could pull up a double play ball. See if he can get Garcia to chase away. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. And a beautiful pitch outside corner. Gets him looking.
Wow.
And the first strikeout on the evening goes against their big power hitter, Gabriel Garcia. That's what pitchers do. I mean, comes out of a jam. He gets a leadoff guy on base with a hit batsman, and then strikes out Garcia.
And if I'm Gabriel Garcia, I'm kind of just tipping my cap on that pitch there. That thing started about 6 inches off the plate and ran right over the outside corner of the plate. Tip your cap and get ready for the next one.
That's what you got to do. You have to have a short memory.
That's exactly right.
Come back and make a good play. Calvo, another pitch, another strike.
It's funny you say that having a short memory is. I was talking to a guy who's been drafted with the Rockies, and he said he was on the bus with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was also on the same program as him, and he said one thing about Russell Wilson was he would go 0 for 4, have a couple errors, but he'd be sitting back in the back of the bus and goes, you know what, guys, the best thing is about baseball is do it all again tomorrow. You can completely redeem yourself. And everybody's like, God, he's so positive, man.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's a great story. And Russell Wilson obviously has had great success in his young career with the Seahawks in the NFL. And, again, that's a big part of being successful if you're talking about anything in life, to be honest with you. You have to basically – you don't want to dwell on the past. You want to just get something good out of whatever happened and then move on. And you can't dwell on stuff, especially in sports.
Goes to show he's very successful in the NFL. That was actually, he got drafted out of high school to go play with the Rockies, and then that was before he went back to Wisconsin to finish his eligibility at quarterback at Wisconsin, and then drafted.
And I called a football game when he was a quarterback of NC State, because NC State played UCF at Pride House Network Stadium before he finished his college career at Wisconsin.
That is correct.
Yeah, how about that?
Wow.
Good little segue to your Russell Wilson. It all started on a bus. Ball's hit up in the air, and that's Christian Colley. Now that'll be out number 2. And Calvo again trying to just rebound after a hit batsman to lead off 2 consecutive innings.
Manny Rodriguez is a vacuum out there, so I've seen him make plenty of diving catches, so that was a can of corn for him.
That was definitely a can of corn. That brings up number 25, Chris Cabrera. Comes in the 8th spot. 234 batting average. 1 home run, 14 RBIs, 18 total hits. And Calvo's getting ahead in the count, which is a good sign for Blair and the Titans. 2 outs, top of the 2nd. Scoreless, Eric Kohler and Alex Friedrich. Live action here on WEFS. Thanks for tuning us in. Conference action. Little squibber up to Calvo. It's going to be a tough throw. And he makes it in plenty of time. Gets out of the inning again. Leads off with the hit batsman, but no damage done. And we'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. You can see good composure by Calvo. He kind of made a tough play look easy.
Yeah, wow. Talk about an athlete. I mean, pitchers. Okay, so they're position players and pitchers. There's always this little athletic. Who's more athletic? You know, that's always been a thing with me. Whenever we're in the dugout or in the clubhouse, is
little competition.
Oh yeah, pitchers always claim their athleticism, and really Blair Calvo jumped off the mound there and made a tough play.
And I tell you what, I thought that he had to watch that throw right there because he had the runner going down the baseline, but he made it look easy.
Yeah, take a look here. Look, jams him just enough. Blair Calvo jumps, no hesitation.
But he had to jump on it quick. Here we go.
Yeah, and then like you mentioned, the throw with the runner right in line, he just, I guess, zipped it right past him, no problem.
A couple fans right there taking in the sunshine. Beautiful evening, nice little breeze. The weather's been really nice in April. I can't believe it's already April. March was just a complete, just moved so much. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we've got a good weekend coming up here too. I believe good weather over the next couple days, so hope you've got your plans in order.
Yeah, I'm going to just kind of take it easy. I'm going to play a little golf on Sunday.
Oh.
And I got the radio show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. You're always welcome on the show, EK Sports.
Sign me up.
On 96.9 The Game in Orlando from 11 to 1.
So you're playing Sunday. What is that? Are you in what? You're flying out to Augusta?
Yeah, you got that right. I got that private jet is waiting for me.
Okay.
Hey, we always got a spot for you, Alex.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Bottom of the 2nd. Titans trying to open the score here. Good little mano-a-mano pitchers between Stephen Chambly of Broward and your very own number 20, Blair Calvo. Who can strike first? There's Coach Tam. Coach Tam was named the new head coach back in June of 2012 and had a great career in Major League Baseball as a pitcher. And just one of those guys, good program guys.
Yeah, no, it's great guy to talk to. I ran into him just walking up earlier today on the golf cart. Just wanted to chat about anything, so it's a good guy that, has great intentions for his ball club, his ball players, and really everybody that surrounds him. So
that brings up another one of the Capper boys. This time's number 14, John Capper, 321 batting average, played in 37 games, 140 at-bats. He's got 45 hits on the year. Trying to see if we can get some leadoff magic here for the Titans.
They'll take a leadoff plunk of one of their own, if possible.
I feel special today. I've got two. I've heard 2 plunks today, and that ball goes between the shortstop's legs, and that'll be an error, but that will count to get the leadoff runner. It works.
It does. Yeah, Cabrera had a little tough time with that one. Kind of got caught in no man's land. Usually, want to maybe try to charge that and try to get a good hop, but was unable to corral that. And like you said, we got a leadoff runner aboard.
Ian Lyle's your next batter, left fielder. Good shot right there. Ian's a good defensive player. Has some success at the plate, but I've seen him make a lot of plays out there in the left field position. Let's see if we can get some things going here. A chopper out to the pitcher. That'll be out number 1. But it's almost equivalent of a bunt as it moves over the runner to second base.
Yeah, not what you're looking for at the bat, but you know, it has purpose.
Yep.
It's a runner in scoring position, so.
Gian Jimenez, the catcher that takes over the spot for Jay Sierra. And Jimenez comes in, plays in 29 games, has started 27 of those times. 327 batting average, 98 plate appearances. And he's got 2 home runs with 9 RBIs.
He's getting the opportunity today to play behind the plate with Sierra out. Usually just DH for this ball club. He's a strong hitter, has been all season. Just getting the call behind the plate this afternoon.
That's one of those opportunities when your name's called. You just got to get up there and do your role.
That's right.
Got to be a good team player. Take advantage of the opportunities. Bottom of the second, 1 out. Titans have a runner at second base with Jimenez at the plate. Can the Titans strike first? Chambly tries to get him to take on the high. No dice.
Yeah, that's a good take by Gian.
Absolutely.
That ball looks so delicious when it's up that high, but you don't realize how high it is till you about halfway through your swing and not even close.
Say with the wind conditions, with the wind is very, very strong out there. If you could go opposite field here, right fielder's got a tough spot today. That wind's working against him.
With the sun, like you
With
mentioned.
the sun right in their eyes. So I think that would be a good play to get something out there. Force that right fielder to make a play against the elements.
Curious to see if both pitchers are going to crowd the inside half of the plate for the right-handed hitters to avoid that potentially happening. But, oh, there he goes away on that pitch. So.
Gets away from him. 3-1 count now. So right here, Alex, what do you do in this situation? 3-1 count, you got a runner at second base. Are you do you have the confidence where if you see the right pitch, go for it, or you laying off here and watching this pitch?
Yes.
Maybe draw the walk.
Well, it depends. You look for one spot. If it's a great pitch by Chambly and it's on the corner or something, you take it. No big deal. Tip your cap. Good pitch. But if it's one spot, one pitch, one spot is what they say. Right down the middle, fastball. If you get that, you want to unbutton your shirt, swing about as hard as you can.
Jimenez calls times, back in the box now. Trying to make a play at second base to no avail. John Capper there, out there at second base. Nice shot by our center field camera crew to frame up right there what's going on here. Ball's fouled away. And you can hear the wind, how windy it is. You can actually hear it through some of our field mics.
Right, yeah, it's gusting big
There's
time.
a lot of gust, absolutely. And that's going to come into play, especially like you said for left-handers at the plate today. If you can rip one, ride the coattails of that wind, you can see a couple home runs tonight.
Yeah, that could be in the woods about 50 feet deep if you really get a hold of it.
So full count for Jimenez. The pitch and a good eye to draw ball 4. And he gets to first base on a walk. Good job by Jimenez at the plate there.
Yeah, excellent at bat there. Really building that pitch count for Chambly. Always good for in the second inning. Get a full count walk.
Some runners at first and second. It's a good look at Ruben Garcia, the first baseman tonight for your Titans. Ruben comes in with a .283 batting percentage. He's got 41 hits on the year, and he has 19 RBIs, 8 doubles, a triple, and 1 home run. Be a great opportunity here for Garcia. Base hit would score a run.
I always found Ruben's most successful whenever he keeps his feet planted in the box. So a lot of the times he starts to
It's a happy feet.
lunge, kind of lunge at the ball, and he just got to trust his swing, trust his hands, and let the rest do the work.
So they try to check the runner again at second base. It's John Capra. Set it up for you. It's the bottom of the second. You got Capra at second base, Jimenez at first, 1 out. Ruben Garcia at the plate. Titans looking to strike first and try to get to that 13th win in conference. The pitch found out of play. That ball's going to go out to the water. I love the way the stadium is framed out with the waterways and with the backdrop of the woods. It's just really good vision how they put this thing together.
Yeah, it's almost like they got a moat surrounding the field
They
here.
absolutely do have a moat.
Yeah, it's like a
They just need to add some Crocs.
a nice bridge.
Just add some Crocs and a bridge. Garcia calls that a strike. Ray Parrish, a home plate umpire tonight. Thought that was a little low and away. But it gives him the call. There's a good shot at Ray Parrish. Thanks for all these guys do in terms of supporting baseball in the conference. They play an important role.
That they do. Us all umpires at home think it's a lot easier when we get that slow-mo replay to make the call, but live action, it's a little more...
Well, and I'll tell you, it's our last broadcast was between Broward and the Titans here, and Mark Dakotas was not here for that particular game, but that was one of the most strangest calls we had seen of a reversal, and that really changed the outcome of the game.
Right, yeah, that was a very strange situation, is where the runner was called out originally, reverse, both teams in the dugouts,
yes,
and then, oh wait, no, let's run everybody back out, run
yes.
Eastern Florida back out onto the field, warm the pitcher up again, and then finish the inning with 2 outs, and then the very next hitter was a 3-run home run.
Yeah, they scored 4 runs.
4 runs, and then
it
was back-to-back.
Yeah, that was back-to-back home runs.
Yeah.
This is your 9-hole hitter, designated hitter. That's number 3, Cody Neal. Cody Neal's getting some action here as a DH. Good shot at Cody right there. 241 batting average. He's played in 21 games and started 14 times. This would be a perfect time for your 9-hole hitter, and the ball gets away. And good heads-up play for John Capra and Jimenez to advance to second and third, respectively.
If both those runs come to score on a base hit, something we should circle later on in the game if it ends up coming back to hurt Broward. Those crucial little details of the game that'll come biting you.
Well, it's a good opportunity to break the stride and score first. Try to grab that momentum. And this is a good opportunity here with 2 outs. But Cody Neal needs to come through the clutch here in that 9-hole spot. And a ground ball to second should be a routine play, and it is. And Chambly of Broward gets out of a jam. 2 runners left on for your Titans at second and third. We played 2 innings, no score. And right now it looks like Chambly and Calvo, the 2 pitchers of tonight, pretty much are having a stronghold on the hitters right now. No power hits so far.
No, I haven't seen one firm base hit yet, and both pitchers have been pitching from the stretch, though. Been getting runners on with the 2 hit by pitch for Calvo, and then a couple knocks for the Titans. But yeah,
I'll tell you, Calvo, this is a young man that just garners a lot of attention. And you say right now, if he forgoes the MLB draft, you say he's headed to Pitt?
Yes.
Panthers
yes.
at Pitt, okay.
Yes. So he's, regardless of what happens in the draft, he's got his ducks in a row here. So
it's a good shot at Calvo right there. So tell us a little bit. Obviously, you, Chase, you were a student athlete. You played a lot of baseball and collegiately and all that jazz, and you have a lot of guys that played in the major league. And so how does that really work in terms of right now, collegiately? He does 2 years here with the Titans. He's going to move on to Pitt collegiately if he wants to go that way. Now, is his name allowed to be in the MLB draft where it circulates and then he can decide if he wants to declare to go pro?
Correct. Yes,
okay.
He can decide before, even with him signing his intent to go to Pitt. If he decides to forego his Pittsburgh opportunity, then yes, he could then declare for the draft.
So the scouts, if he's a known commodity or entity and a player,
right,
his name would be circulated through draft boards.
Oh, absolutely.
And then obviously say, hey, if you're picked up in the X amount of round, hey, what would that entail? What kind of signing bonus, So
Well, now they have the slot system. Where
okay, so what is the slot system?
The slot system is basically you get picked up at, say, the 5th round,
Okay.
13th pick. All
Okay.
right, they got a slot amount of money. Your signing bonus is
I see.
$200,000. So nowadays they kind of switch it up to where they're not really diluting the draft with money, I guess.
So they have it, like you said, it's slotted out. But if you start in a certain time frame, you're guaranteed X amount of dollars.
Correct.
So it's the same kind of way with the NFL, the collective bargaining agreement for baseball that is now. Okay.
Yes.
So if you're in the top 3 draft, you're guaranteed a minimum of X amount of dollars.
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's good because, but I mean, how do they run into trouble there of how they have to declare, or when they get an agent and all that stuff, so it doesn't infringe on their eligibility per se?
Yeah, that's the
eyes of
gray
the
area.
NCAA?
Yeah, that's the gray area.
That's a gray area.
You
I have a
don't
feeling.
You don't want to have scout or like. It's tough because you can't be too involved. You can't be considered a pro while still in college, and that's where people get in trouble there. So.
Well, Calvo's got some opportunities. I mean, it's great to know that he's got a ride as Edison Cabrera hits to the shortstop. That'll be out number 1. A good first pitch, 1 pitch and 1 out for Calvo. It's a good way to keep your pitch count down.
Yes. Early in the ball game, you'll take those as often as they give them to you.
This will be the second at bat for the leadoff hitter for Broward. This is number 20, Kyle Wisniewski.
I look for a lot of ground balls to be hit, just for the sole reason, like we mentioned earlier, was that sinking fastball.
That's right.
That late action that he has. These guys are geared up to square it up, and the ball just drops kind of right at the last second and hits the bottom half of the barrel, resulting in a ground ball.
I just like the fluid motion that Calvo has with that leg kick.
Doesn't it look easy?
Nah, it really, really does. Check this out there, viewers. This is a solid pitcher for your Titans. It's just smooth.
Yes.
The way he kicks it, and then he just rotates the hip.
He's kind of got that 3/4 arm angle
Yeah.
too. I think that's really what helps the movement of his fastball. But yeah, he's got a good rhythm up there going.
He's got some juice in that arm. Leadoff hitter's number 20. First plate appearance was a hit by pitch. Took a shot in the ribs. Second baseman for Broward. 267 batting average. He's got 13 RBIs, 9 doubles on the year. Perfect day for baseball action as the schedule whittles down. Each and every game plays a huge role in determining conference champion. Ball slapped out to the right fielder. That's a good play right there, Sammy Duran. You think that's a routine play, but in today's conditions with the gusts and the sun, it adds a little different flavor to it.
I was just thinking the same thing. He was kind of flat-footed on his heels, and then oh wait, let's take a couple more steps back here. So I'm sure he knows what he's dealing with out there and right. But like you said, that sun is just another monster to deal with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I played a lot of outfield, like center field, and I tell you that first step, especially in windy conditions, that really can hurt you.
Make or break you.
Yeah, you're positioning right there. If you take that first step too quickly forward, that ball can get behind you.
Yes.
And I actually saw that in a major league game the other day. It was
Really?
that first step. I think it was the Astros-Yankees game.
Huh. You don't see it too often.
No,
at
you
that
really
level.
don't. You really don't. He took that first step in, and it was kind of one of those laser shot, deep shots, and it went right over his head.
And sometimes in the bigs though, if you got a good bat, and they don't really necessarily have a place for you to play and already have a DH, they'll try to throw you in a corner outfield position and say, well, here's a glove, just minimize the damage here.
Minimize the damage. Just make sure we don't know you're really out there.
Let's hope that that your batting outweighs the cost of your defensive deficiencies.
Calvo on an 0-2 pitch. Low and away. He's got 1 strikeout so far. He's added. He's got 67 strikeouts now on the year.
Yeah, not striking out as many guys as he does per outing, but still a lot of baseball to be played.
Well, he's a strong player. Ranked 9th nationally in strikeouts. And almost gets him away, but that ball is down in the dirt. It's good look number 14. J.C. Milan. Your center fielder.
Did some damage to us last time.
Sure did.
You
with
and
the
I were
yeah,
up here.
absolutely. Made some great defensive plays and hit us with the bat. Big home run. Let's see if Calvo can retire the side here. Right off the hands, and a beautiful catch here by Garcia. At first, I thought it looked routine, but it looked like the wind pushed it out a little further, a little dive and roll. And count it. That's 3 up, 3 down for Calvo. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We're scoreless as we move into the bottom of the third. Let's see if we can catch that on replay with our guys back in the truck, as that was a great play right there in the corner. Ruben Garcia.
Yeah, it looked like at first he was kind of can of corn, and then
Yeah, here we
like
go.
what you said, the wind backpedal, and then look at this little slide.
Yeah, how about that? Like Stretch Armstrong right there.
No problem.
It's a good job, the guys in the truck getting that replay on call. That was a nice job.
I told you about the foul outs. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's going to be about. I mean, that one could have been caught at any ballpark, but I got to stand strong with my 2 to 3 per game. All right, so I'm counting it.
I like it. I like it. It's not a lie if you believe it.
Do you though?
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you, that was a good play there by Ruben Garcia in the corner. Good shot. The Titans getting some shade right there. I'll tell you, there is a lot of foul territory at this ballpark.
Chambly out there. Another right-hander's got some good stuff. I've yet to see that changeup from him. I've heard good things from that, but it's been primarily fastball, breaking ball to these Titan hitters.
Yeah, Chambly's coming in. Let's see, Chambly's got 1 complete game on the year. He's pitched 41 innings now. And he's given up 42 hits, 24 runs. And a really strong part of Broward College's pitching rotation with a 2.35 ERA, as you alluded to earlier, with a record of 4 wins against 2 losses. And he's actually come in and had 1 complete game.
So he can go the distance. Keeps that pitch count down.
So bottom of the third. Titans trying to strike first. Had an opportunity last inning with second and third on 2 outs. Cody Neal grounded out to the second baseman. So no blood between these 2 rivals. Good pitch by Chambly's fouled out of play.
Tell you what, both pitchers have been kind of peppering that outside half of the plate.
Sure have.
And these hitters need to recognize this and get on top of something and drive it to right field, because like you mentioned with that wind, anything can happen in right.
Well, this is our leadoff batters, number 21, Manny Rodriguez. And this is the spot you need to get base runners.
Leadoff base runners. Crucial.
Off the glove of the pitcher to the second baseman with the assist. And that'll be out number 1. The deflection, that was kind of just an assist play right there. Look at Chambly's getting a little chuckle right there. It's like, I got you. I had it the whole time.
Yeah, that would have been a tough play for Wisniewski up the middle. He had a good jump on. He would have got to it, but with a good runner in Rodriguez, it would have been off balance against the body throw to first. Could have been a wild throw, nothing. So it ends up working out for Broward.
Roberto Navarro next to the plate for you Titans. 1 out here in the bottom of the third, scoreless between these 2 rival teams. Conference play. And a quick shot to third. And a 1 pitch gets him to out number 2. Nice work. Good pitching work by Chambly of Broward.
Yeah, that was a very good pitch by Stephen. He saw the catcher set up inside. I was anxious to see how Navarro was able to see if he could get his hands through on that pitch, but was unable to. But that was a perfectly positioned fastball on the inside half of the plate.
Brings up Vinny Capra, sophomore, right here, hometown kid, Melbourne, Florida. And he's got the only hit on the game so far.
Yeah, Vinny knows how to find base knocks, whether it's by the double or a jam shot up the middle. He knows how to play the game.
Now, when you get in games like this where it seems like to this point both pitchers are in control, what do you got to do from an offensive standpoint to basically break the ice to get some run production?
I would just say simply, just let's assess what he's trying to do to us. It's very consistent. He's been working outside early, and then kind of pounding in late. And so I think they just kind of got to relay that amongst themselves. And baseball is a game of momentum as well. Once either side starts putting together a couple of hits, then it kind of starts to spiral. Everybody gets a little positive momentum going.
Hit to short. Tough throw gets him. And Chambly answers back with his own 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We've played 3 innings. And we're scoreless between Broward College and your Eastern Florida State College.
Yeah, a lot of good pitching out there. A lot of ground balls, making the defense work. Not a ton of strikeouts. So this is good baseball all around.
You can see head coach Ben Bizier of Broward giving some high fives. Feels like there's some good energy. And these two teams, Titans bounce back on Wednesday as they trounced ASA College of Miami 17-6. They had 20 hits. And then they played Broward, and they split 2 games, April 1st and the 2nd. Titans took one from the Seahawks on April 1st. They won 4-0 in a shutout, but then came back the next day in Davie and lost 13-6. Again, to reiterate, these two teams will be back in action tomorrow at 2 o'clock down south in Davie, Florida. So it's very, very important for the Titans and Blair Calvo to get to this 13th conference win as we enter the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, every game, you keep mentioning it, every broadcast, every game is very important, and I'm sure the Titans feel confident about this one with their ace out on the mound, but said anything can happen, and still early. Chambly's throwing a few hoops up there for his defense. Just needs some run support.
And we'll get it back. Schedule here is they play 2 o'clock tomorrow, and they have remaining games. Indian River State, Miami-Dade, and Palm Beach State. That's the home schedule. They got 9 conference games remaining.
One thing I've noticed when looking through their schedule is a lot of day games.
Yeah.
Me, for some reason, never really liked the day games as much as I did the night game. For some reason, I always saw the ball a lot better as a hitter.
Different energy.
Yeah, darker out. You had a dark, good. You just see the white dot, So
that's a good point. That comes into play. I mean, some people are day people, some people are night, and you were just a primetime guy. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Alex Frady's primetime.
Oh, here we go.
Top of the 4th inning. See the locks of Blair Calvo, the ace for Coach Tam's Titans. Comes in with a sterling 1.21 ERA on the season. He gets him to fly out. The wind has got that. And feeling act for the back is Manny Rodriguez. A great play out there in center field to get the leadoff out. Ball seemed to drive out there a little bit more than you think, right, Alex?
Yeah, Lopez, he did get good barrel on that baseball. That is the first barreled baseball we have seen. But yeah, like you mentioned, he kind of almost off the bat thought that might have been a routine catch, but drifts Mr. Rodriguez out to the warning track enough to where he had to put his hand up to kind of guide his way back there.
Yeah, good play. Next up's number 24, right fielder, Raiden Ogando, utility player, a sophomore out of Boca Chica, Dominican Republic.
You take a look here at the replay for that catch as he drifts back.
It seemed like, yeah, just kept drifting.
Good communication by the left fielder, Lyle, letting him know how much room he has.
He got room, that's right.
Actually couldn't hear him, but I'm going to go ahead and say that he was out there doing his job. So
it's a good play to get that out, number 1. Runs are at a premium right now, the way these two pitchers have started so far this evening.
Yes.
The pitch to Ogando. Gets him chasing away. Like that movement on that pitch there, Alex.
Yeah, we're starting to see that slider, that second tool of his, come to life.
Got the little kids in attendance tonight. I think these little kids, the way it sounds on the stadium, it sounds like Bigfoot's running through the stadium.
Is that
Let's
another?
see what happened. That's going to be a hit batsman. Looks like both of them got dinged up too. Jimenez behind the plate's kind of shaken up as well.
They can't afford that with Sierra out.
It's the third hit by pitch for Blair Calvo.
All batting Crows.
So Gondo gets to the first base pad by hit by pitch. And that brings up number 11, DeGendrick Crows, first baseman for Broward.
Yeah, and you see,
Let's see right here.
take a look at Blair Calvo here. He's kind of that fastball yanking and just really trying to get on the inside corner and just
Ooh.
gets away from him. But
Yeah, it got
ouch.
both of them on the deflection. Jimenez caught that too. Like caught him right there on the elbow. And they're still checking him out. Head coach of Broward, Ben Bizier, is out there checking him out. Gondo's a big kid.
One thing you always worry about when you see those hits is those up and in. If you get them on the hand and fracture one of those small hand bones. That
Oh,
it just,
yeah.
I actually had that done too. Had surgery. It's not fun, but it's one of those things you gotta stick in there and see.
Well, there's not a lot of meat in that area.
Right.
You know, if you take a shot to your elbow, I don't care how big you are or strong, you catch those little delicate areas, it's all bone, man. You can, like you said, you can get a fracture just like that.
Yeah. Can sideline you for a season, and unfortunate off one pitch on the inside half of the plate. So
Well, looks like Ogando's okay at first base. Resumption of play. DeGendrick Crows, the first baseman, now at the plate for the Seahawks. One out, top of the fourth, no score. Checks the runner. Nothing worse than just getting hit in that elbow, and now you throw over there and he bangs one against your elbow again.
I think Calvo's showcasing what he can do from the stretch.
Yeah.
He's not giving up any hits, so he's just going to plunk a few guys, and then let's show him how I can pitch from the stretch here, and let's get the next two outs.
Definitely plunk is the flavor of the evening from Alex Friedrich.
Yeah, I'll have to cut back on that.
Well, that's good. Hey,
It's fun
it's
work.
always a good mix
It's a
to
fun
a
work.
broadcast. It is. You don't hear plunk every day. Who's going to strike first between these two conference rivals? Pitch. That looked pretty good. It's called a ball. A little up and away.
Yeah, just a hair.
Evens account. Checks him again at first base. No action. Both these teams have 12 conference wins. But Broward has 10 losses, and your Titans have 7. And that allows Eastern Florida State College to be on top of the conference right now, so it'd be important to get this win. And Calvo takes it away. Doesn't like the pitch count right there. Doesn't like the call. Good presence to shake that off.
Yeah, very mature pitcher out there. Wonder if these scouts are taking notice to his stamina out there and the way he holds himself after the 3 hit by pitches. Just kind of gets back on the mound. He's like, all right, feel it. What I do wrong there? Let's adjust, make an adjustment, and get these next 2.
And Crows, which is at the plate right now, he was actually hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. An odd stat is 3 hit by pitch for Calvo. There's a nice pitch there. Nice framework by Jimenez behind the dish. Strike number 2, evens account 2-2, 1 out. Runner at first.
Yeah, Crows didn't like that call, but I have to give it to Mr. Ray Parrish behind the home plate. He's been pretty consistent with that outside half.
That's the biggest thing. Just, if you're going to call a certain pitch, just make sure it's consistent both ways.
Exactly. That's when you stay out of trouble as an umpire, is if you...
Calvo gets Crows to foul it out of play on the third base side. Crows stays alive, 2-2.
feed that one to the Gators out in the moat around this ballpark.
We'll see if we can talk to Dr. Jim Ritchie about maybe adding some Crocs or Gators to the moat idea. I wonder how privy he would be to that idea, Alex.
Yeah, I think you'd be getting kicked out of the office at that point.
Yeah, you can see a lot of scouts are in attendance right there. When Calvo takes a pitch, you can see like 5 or 6 speed guns right below us here in the press box. As the scouts are in attendance, trying to check out their talent prospect of Blair Calvo. Quite a few speed guns in attendance here tonight. And that's ball 4. Calvo a little bit of a jam here. First and second, 1 out, top of the 4th inning. And that brings up number 13. This is a guy that's got some power.
Garcia.
This is Gabriel Garcia. And this is the only strikeout that Calvo's recorded tonight against Garcia. So this is a dangerous situation for Blair and the Titans. Ducks on the pond, first and second.
As a fan watching, or even a scout, it's always interesting to see how a great starting pitcher in Calvo deals with adversity. And, you know, it's easy to pitch when nobody's on base. You got 2 outs, you know, just bam, 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 let's get out of here. But you get a little adverse first and second with 1 out. That shows your character.
It's a great point, especially in these mid-innings, too, to check out your stamina.
Exactly. These pitches are big pitches, clutch pitches, would you call them? How well does a pitcher pitch on clutch pitches? That's saves runs.
Well, Garcia has a big bat. This is a good showdown between Calvo and Garcia. Runners at first and second, 1 out, top of the 4th. Live action here on WEFS TV. Thanks for tuning us in. Garcia slaps that foul. And just a perfect day to really kind of do anything.
Yeah. Next couple days, looking that way over here in the.
Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be a perfect day. 81, 64, I think, are the numbers for tomorrow. Perfectly sunny.
Those are those days where you just feel wrong if you're inside, caught inside, if you got to work or something.
Right,
you know,
right.
It's like you're
hard to
looking
keep
out
a
the window.
job.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep a job. It's a good thing I can't fire myself. One of the benefits of self-employment.
Yes.
So Calvo trying to get out of a pickle here. This would be a great time to maybe ring up a double play or maybe get another strikeout on Garcia. It's a great time for Calvo to get him chasing away here. Gets him downtown. That's going to go out there to center field to Manny Rodriguez. Ball stays in the air a long time, and they'll push the runner to third, and they got the runner at second. They caught him in a pickle here.
Throw it.
And he throws it away. You have the runner between first and second. He's dead to rights. And that allows a throw, an errant throw, to the plate that's not even close. And Broward scores first between these two rivals. Ill-advised play to bring it home. That throw wasn't even close, Rod?
No, and as they were appealing the play there at second base to see if the runner had tagged on time, he did, in fact, do so. But, yeah, I think I yelled, throw it, over the mic, just thinking out loud as he held that ball way too long. You got to get the ball ahead of the runner, always.
Wow.
Worst case scenario, you throw it home, the runner retreats back to third base, the runner's safe at second. You still got 2 outs with your ace on the mound. You got to get rid of that ball, throw it home. He kind of held it too long, and then, like you said, an errant throw. I don't even know if he would have had him if that throw was down. It's a good job by Blair Calvo, though, backing up. You like to see that, you know, as a scout looking in, making sure that he knows the responsibilities of his position. But still, damage has been done.
Well, it was a great play by Capra to recognize that the runner was going to second on the advance. He did the cutoff play because obviously the runner made it to third, but a heads-up play, you can see here. See, heads-up play, he sees he has him right here.
Right.
And then right there, he's worried about the run, and then the ball just completely comes out of his hands. I mean, that was the ball. It was like a moon ball.
Right. I don't even think he would have had him if that throw was down. He held the ball far too long. You got to know yourself in that situation. Just get the ball in front of the runner. You can minimize all damage.
Let's see if Calvo can get out of here. Chases him off the plate. That'd be ball 1. Kind of a strange way to score, but it counts. The Seahawks will take it. They strike first on a run on an error. Calvo on the 1-1 pitch. High and away. Now, what do you think right there of Calvo thinking of that, how that just all transpired? He gets the fly out to center field for out number 2, and then you're almost looking like you got the guy between first and second. You got to shake that off as a pitcher, because now you just see like he's just a little body language, he's a little frustrated.
Right, yeah.
How that just went down.
It looks like he's trying to overthrow a little bit. His frustration maybe showing a little bit, but as he wants that call as well. But
that looked awfully good right there. Does not get the call, so now he's behind on the count, 3-1.
But like you mentioned, you got it. Mentioned earlier, having a short memory in baseball. Let's flush that. 1 run. It's the 4th inning. We got plenty of time. Let's get out of this, minimizing the damage, not letting 2 runs cross the plate.
Nice pitch there against Christian Colley, number 27. Left fielder for Broward. This will be really good for Calvo right here to get his 2nd strikeout of the evening and get out of this inning. Full count, 2 outs. Gets him. Beautiful pitch. Gets him looking. Great movement by Calvo. I got to tell you, that shows for me right there on my scouting report card. That's some good merits right there to be able, what just happened, kind of a freak way for them to score that run and to get out of there and make that strike number 3. That's a good bounce back for Blair Calvo.
I agree with you, Eric, and that getting to a 3-ball count as well, 3-1 count, and coming back with 2 strikes. Excellent poise out there on the bump, and now Stephen Chambly gets to go out there and pitch with a lead against Blair Calvo. And
absolutely. That 2nd strikeout adds to the totals for Calvo. 68 Ks now in the year. And obviously before this game started, he was ranked 9th nationally with strikeouts. But a well-timed strikeout for Calvo. But right now, the Titans trail 1-0 as we enter the bottom of the 4th inning. So now what's the message for Coach Tam to go in there in the dugout? Kind of a bizarre way they scored. Hey, they strike first. How do you get these guys? Hey, we got to get the bats going.
Yeah, just say flush it, guys. You know, that run should have never happened. Let's learn from it. Let's discuss what we're going to do moving forward if this happens again. Get the ball in front of the runner. But, you know, like you said, short memory. Let's dig in. We got some bats in our dugout as well. Let's swing the bat a little bit. Let's get something going. Get this leadoff guy on and open up the playbook. Maybe get some sacrifice bunts. Maybe a hit and run. Steal some bags and see where we end up at the end of 9 innings.
And we'll see as we enter the bottom of the 4th.
Leading off the Titans, Sammy Duran.
Sammy Duran coming to the plate for the Titans, the 4-hole cleanup hitter, with nobody obviously leading off, nobody on base.
Yeah, it's the bottom of the 4th. Got to get some action going here for Sammy Duran. Get shot of the right fielder. Chambly with the pitch. Way high. Ball 1. This is a good part, Sammy Duran here, Alex. Just got to do something just to generate. We got to play some small ball right now, whether it's, draw up a walk, increase his pitch count, or get on those base pads.
Base runners, right? You mentioned it. Base runners are everything. And that first breaking ball kind of backed up on him.
Sure did. Sure did.
Stayed up.
Good eye by Sammy Duran. Pitch falls low and away in favor of Sammy Duran, up on the count 2-0. Got to force Chambly to make some plays. And that's going to be on the side. So this is a full count. Now, you definitely got to be on the take here, yeah, Alex?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. We're going to take here, and then 3-1, we're going to look for that green, that right pitch, right spot.
But this is a time right here. You know it's going to be a fastball. This is when you could put a little pepper on it. But got to take ball 4. 4 straight balls. And that's just what the doctor ordered for the Titans to get their leadoff guy to first base.
There's nothing more that would frustrate a head coach, and I'm sure Ben Bezier can attest to that after scoring a run against a good Titan ball club, going out there and giving a leadoff walk. That's freebies are everything in baseball. You want to try to avoid those as much as possible, but still, you got double play in order. So
here we go, John Capra. got on base on an error in the second inning. That's a good opportunity. There was 4 straight balls there to get Sammy Duran on the base pads. And Sammy has stolen some bases. He leads the team with 15 stolen bases. So this would be a great opportunity to get Sammy at second base. Now you got to turn the tables now. Now you got to see if you can get Chambly in a bit of a pickle for Broward. 0-1 count, no outs. Bottom of the 4th. Titans trail 1-0. That is going to be a beautiful shot right there if it stays fair and just foul. That was just the kind of baseball hit you need with the conditions today, with the wind, everything going out to the right field. I thought that was going to be extra base pads right there.
Yeah, hit it where it was pitched on the outside half, went with it, kept it low, line drive, but was unable to stay fair. He could have ran for days on that one.
I believe so. That would have been caught up in that corner. With that extra foul territory, that ball gets rattling around out there in the fence line.
It looked like Sammy Duran was kind of itching to took a stutter step to maybe steal, didn't get the jump he wanted. Chambly's doing a great job of holding them, mixing up his times, holding the ball on the mound and picking over every so often. It's tough to mentally. It's tough to commit to a swiping a bag if you know the pitcher's looking out for it.
Well, Chambly keeps checking on the runner at first, which is Sammy Duran. But Capper's got to protect the plate here, down 0-2 on the count. And a slapped hit. A great play by the first baseman. Wanted to get the force, but a smart play to get the out at first base. But in essence, for John Capra, does his job, advances Duran to second base with 1 out.
Right, runner in scoring position, 1 out. And, great play by the first baseman, Mr. Crow's. Nice little pick play, and elected to just get the out and not make the potential errant throw to second base.
That was a good play by the first baseman. That's DeGendrick Crows. And he's a freshman out of Aruba. Ian Lyles pops it up the back part of the infield. That'll be out number 2. Kyle Wisniewski takes that down for out number 2. So now you need some magic here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, John Jimenez.
And here we are. Gian Jimenez, guy with the opportunity today, getting the call behind the plate. Now up with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. 2 out RBIs win championships.
His first plate appearance was in the second inning as he drew a walk. But Chambly got him in a fortunate situation. 4 straight balls to get Sammy Duran to walk with no outs. And now he's caught up and he's got 2 outs here. As Ian Lyle pops out to second base with the first pitch. Great opportunity for Jimenez to do something for his hometown team. And they tried to do a pick play, and that's an errant throw. Just ill-advised. I've never understood. I get the fact that when you want to check the runner at first base, but checking a runner at second base, it's just not a smart play. And right there, Sammy Duran gets to third base.
It's a very low percentage play.
That's what I mean. You can't go to that. Maybe once in a while.
Right.
You always got to check your runner at first base, but second base, it's just so unproductive.
And then with 2 outs, you're trying to get that runner out at second base. It really
That's right.
shows you don't have the confidence to just focus on the batter. Let's get this batter out, and let's not even worry about him out at second base. Base hit, he's going to score regardless. So,
And Jimenez, he takes one for the team. He'll go to first base.
He's getting beat up today.
Now batting, Ruben Garcia.
Got hit by a pitch
And he gets walked. How about that?
on the defensive end, whereas if one of the guys got hit in the the elbow,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it deflected off into him, and when he was in catcher position, shook him up a little bit. Now he's getting hit on offensive end.
Well, they'll take it. You got base runners on the corners, first and third. 2 out rally is in order here for the Titans. Next to the plate is Ruben Garcia, sophomore out of Port St. Lucie, Florida. That's where the New York Mets do their spring training. This will be a great opportunity for Ruben Garcia to slap a base hit. Titans trail 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. And the one thing the Titans are doing here, they're kind of getting the pitch count up just a little bit in this inning for Chamblee.
Yeah.
Kind of have him work and grind a little bit like Calvo did at the top of the inning.
Yes, that's good, too. Also thinking for Calvo, give him a rest after the elongated inning. And
big hop. That's a tough play. And it gets over the hands of the second baseman. And a perfect opportunity, Garcia. It wasn't beautiful, but it counts. It's effective. Took a huge hop over the second baseman of Kyle Wisniewski. And that scores the first run. We're all knotted up at 1 apiece, and runners are still at first and third.
Wow.
How about that?
Caught a break there. I've seen it so many times where the Titans kind of get bit by that high chopper right in front of home plate, whereas other teams can kind of capitalize. But this situation, the Titans are on the positive end of the result on that one. And
look at this play right here. It's a big chopper, right? Kind of slaps it up, but it takes a huge hop. And the second baseman just ran out of real estate, goes over his head. And we're all tied at 1 apiece. And, you know, the big thing, too, Alex, you made Chamblee pay for that leadoff walk.
Exactly.
That was important right there.
And I'm sure Coach Bizier is going to have a discussion with Chamblee about that after getting a leadoff walk and dominating the next 2 batters. And then look what happens. You have an errant throw to second base, trying to pick off a guy when you got 2 outs, and then you get an easy base runner. Now you get another runner at third.
Well, it's great to get production in the lower part of your order, too. That was the 8th hole. So now you got Cody Neal comes in the 9th spot as the DH, slaps that one foul. And a little 2-out rally here for the Titans to knot it up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, it looked like Wisniewski thought that was going to be a potential slow roller of some sort. He took a couple steps in and started to realize the pop. I guess he hit it with a decent amount of barrel and able to get it over his head.
That's going to be a tough play at short. That takes another hop right there. It's going to be a tough throw. Oh, and they call him out. That was a bang-bang play. Very, very close as it took a tough hop, but a great recovery by shortstop Edison Cabrera to field it and make a throw. A very close call at first base. As you can see, the crowd didn't like that call because that would have scored the second run. But nevertheless, it was very important for the Titans to answer back at that kind of unusual circumstance of how Broward scored in the top of the inning.
Yeah, no, most definitely. That was an excellent play by Cabrera off bound on his back foot, making a strong throw to first base. But just like you mentioned, Titans getting out there, getting a run of their own, and now Calvo pitching a 0-0 ball game.
Well, it's 1-1.
Yep.
And that was very close. Even you see Coach Tam goes out there. He's talking it over. Mm-hmm. And that's the field judge. That's Mark Morgan. And he just wants to get clarification. Great shot by the truck there to capture that image. And Coach Tam, you know, not hot or anything, but just basically, hey, give me clarification. You know, basically one of these, hey, man, do you like that call? Is the call good? But right thing to do for Coach Tam to go out there, at least keep the field judge on his toes.
Field judge?
Yeah, we'll call him the field judge. How about that? Or field ump. You got to have a hybrid. You got to have a field judge in your dosage.
So here we have is the overthrow
there
to
you
second
go.
base.
Absolutely.
Ill-advised throw to second base with 2 outs, runner on second base. I say you focus on the batter. And then here we are with the high chopper. Wisniewski taking a couple steps in, was just over his head.
Just had a lot of overspin or something.
Yes, it did. It must have hit a hard surface in front of that plate to shoot that far, really. I mean,
yeah, it really did, because it took a first initial hop, but then it just ballooned up in the air. And I also think the way the wind's blowing out, that could add a little bit as well.
That is true.
But Ruben Garcia in that 8th spot comes through, gets an RBI, and we're all tied at 1 apiece. And this is a time for Blair Calvo. Good shot of Blair right there to settle down, to shut down these Seahawks of Broward College. So the throwdown goes, and we're set to play here. Enter the top of the 5th, 1-1. Thanks for joining us here on WEFS TV.
Chris Cabrera.
Available on Bright House channels 9, 455, and 1068. And if you have DirecTV, you can catch us on channel 68 and Dish channel number 30. And if you have AT&T U-verse channel number 68, that's WEFS TV. And catch the action as we're going to have 2 more live broadcasts on the 13th and the 20th of this month, as your Titans will entertain Indian River College and Palm Beach State. On behalf of the entire WEFS TV and our great crew here, thanks for joining us. We got ourselves a good ball game.
That we do.
Definitely some relevance for Blair Calvo on the mound to see the abundance of scouts in attendance. It's always fun from the press box standpoint when Calvo pitches to see all those speed guns just magically appear.
Yeah, I know. I can't quite see what it says. I want to know the velocity, but
Top of the 5th inning. Leadoff hitter is Chris Cabrera. Number 25 for the Seahawks.
DHing tonight. Just always loved whenever I got the DH call. It's like, okay, get to take a seat.
Yeah, let's go take some hacks.
Yeah, let's lock in on these at bats from my other teammates, see what he's throwing, and go out there and try to do some damage of my own.
So Cabrera leads off the top of the 5th for Broward. First plate appearance was back in the 2nd inning. Grounded out to the pitcher. Calvo with the pitch. Does he get him? Oh, it was so close. Look at Jimenez try to frame it out. He wanted strike number 3. Doesn't get the call. 2 Ks so far for Blair Calvo. Adds to his count. 68 on the year now.
Hit his spot. Just a hair outside.
Just didn't get the call.
All right.
This is going to be a tough play right here. And Calvo, again, just makes a hard play look easy.
Does. I was almost like, watch out for those ankles, man. The guy diving head first. You don't want anybody get caught up there.
Good hustle by Chris Cabrera to try to make the play at first to slide in.
Once again, Calvo showing his athleticism and fielding his position. He's doing it all out there.
That brings up shortstop Edison Cabrera, so back-to-back Cabreras at the plate. Hey fans, Eastern Florida's athletic programs keep growing with 9 varsity sports now in action. Home games are played in the college's new state-of-the-art sports complex on the Melbourne campus. It includes facilities for soccer, tennis, basketball, and baseball, and a planned new facility for softball that's going up this year. This complex hosts major national collegiate events such as the NJCAA Division I Women's Soccer National Championship and is a valuable asset to the community. To learn more information, visit us at easternflorida.edu and become a Titan today. That's easternflorida.edu.
Blair Calvo far ahead in the account. 0-2, 1 out.
Another big chopper. Oh, a nice bottle up by the shortstop. Oh, and he punches him out. Vinny Capra. We've seen some kind of chop plays tonight that are taking some really big bounces off the turf.
It really is. I mean, that was an excellent play by Capra. People recognize the type of hop he had to corral there and make a good throw for against a strong runner. And yeah, Nick, you mentioned that right in front of the home plate. I feel like needs to get a little extra watering tonight after this one.
Yeah, it's amazing how it's just, we've seen some big choppers though tonight. So Calvo, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Brings up the leadoff hitter for Broward. That's number 20. That's her second baseman, where the ball bounced beyond him in the defensive field of play to allow the Titans to strike back and get their first run of the evening. Zneski came up, started the game, hit by pitch, and then he flew out to right field in the 3rd inning. Calvo would like to make short work here. A 3-up, 3-down would be just what he'd like to have right here. The pitch. And they're going to check. Field umpire Mark Morgan says nope, doesn't go.
Just a little too much on that slider. You want to throw that one in the dirt, but not that low into the dirt. You almost want to get enough to where, make him nibble enough to where he swings.
2-1 count. Gets him to swing at it. up in the air for a long time. A little communication error, but left fielder comes and takes it away. That's Ian Lyle. Had to wave off Manny Rodriguez. But nevertheless, that's out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Calvo. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and we're all tied at 1 apiece. Eric Kohler alongside Alex Friedrich. An absolutely ideal day for baseball action. Nice little crowd coming, a late arriving crowd since we had an earlier start. At 5 o'clock was first pitch. But I have some gusts that are gusting out toward the Atlantic. So everything's blowing out toward right field. But we've had a lot of choppers here today. We've seen one actually benefited the Titans, and as they struck first on their run, big old ball that just bounced over the second baseman.
And here we have the another one of those sky balls. A lot can happen out here today with this wind, and right at the last second, Ian Lyle reaching out to make the stab. But let me mention him plenty of times, that wind has not slowed down one bit, and you get the ball out in the outfield, a lot of things can happen. Got Chambly out here.
Well, I tell you right there on that play, on that replay, whose ball really should that be in terms of what's normal protocol right there? Does center field get the rain that he?
Yeah, that's center field's ball. Well, it's his call if he wants it. He actually has reign over all outfielders and infielders. If he calls something, what he says goes, center fielder. So I think he should have maybe called that play. But he's also dealing with this wind as well. Seeing that ball come off the bat, going to left field, and slowly drifts right. And then at that point, Ian Lyle just makes the stab and gets the out. But yes, for your answer there, that could have been easily Manny Rodriguez's ball in center field.
Yeah, because Ian Lyle looks like he really kind of had it stretched for it the last second, because Manny called off and just went off at the last second. So luckily, Lyle was able to outstretch arms and make out number 3 as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning. And we'll get started with Manny Rodriguez. Good player defensively as well out there in center field. Little check swing. That's going to be trouble. And it is. That's one of those balls I was saying earlier in the broadcast. I mean, even now that was, kind of a check swing.
All right.
But you get it up in the air and just hit it in the sweet spot.
Yep.
Drops in for a base hit. Wasn't pretty, but it counts.
Yeah, on the books, that's a line drive single. But
look at, he tries to lay off it right there. And he checks it out, and he's like, I think I could see as soon as he hit it from our angle up here in the press box that was going to be trouble, especially if they could even locate it against that sun.
Right. That would have been a tough play to make regardless of the positioning, but he's on base with the leadoff runner.
So back-to-back innings. Titans get their leadoff runner at first, and Rodriguez is going. That's fouled away to protect his runner. Next up is number 16. That's Norberto Navarro. Manny was running all the way right there.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a potential hit and run call on.
Absolutely.
There.
Manny Rodriguez has 10 stolen bases. And you can see right there, Ben Bizier comes out there, head coach, and brings his squad together on the mound. Just try to get everybody back on point. This is a critical part of the game right here. It's very important for the Titans to get their leadoff guy on. They cashed in last inning. Can they cash in here to try to get to the lead for the first time?
Right, and that's exactly what Bizier is explaining to them. Like, all right, here's what we got. They're going to sacrifice bunt. Let's collapse our third baseman, try to get the lead runner at second. But if he pulls back for a hit and run or a situation like that, we got to be ready for anything.
Yeah, because right now tonight, the way that Chambly's pitching and against Blair Calvo, right now runs are a premium.
Yes.
And it's going to be one of these games, maybe 2-1 might be the differential.
You're exactly correct.
So Manny Rodriguez, you see a guy right there, number 23, is warming up. That's Ray Katina, left-handed pitcher, sophomore out of Wellington, Florida. Has one of those little contraptions to get him ready if he's called in. So he's already out there warming up in their bullpen. Not throwing yet, but just doing his stretches. So back to action. Rodriguez at first base. And you have Navarro at the plate for your Titans. Bottom of the 5th. All tied at 1 apiece in conference action. Big game for both these teams. A good frame out right there. And they'll check the runner, Manny Rodriguez. Good game so far for Stephen Chambly for their pitcher for Broward. You can see Manny's definitely active on the base pads there, trying to get his 11th stolen base of the year.
Be a big one here.
Absolutely. Big part of the game here. Pops up Navarro. And that'll be shallow center field for out number 1 of the inning. Not what Navarro wanted right there. And that brings up Vinny Capra. Young man's just batting under 400 on the season. He started all games that he's played in. That's 31. And this will be his 125th at-bat on the year. Be a good opportunity for Vinny to make some magic.
And if Coach Jeff Tam has confidence in any of his hitters to get down a hit and run, I think Vinny would be the guy. He's really good with the bat.
And keep on checking Rodriguez at first base. Sometimes I think there's an opportunity as a batter here when you find out that the pitcher is just completely so concerned about that runner on first base to really kind of hunker down, because when he comes to pitch, I don't think his mind's all there.
Well, that's a great point, actually.
Beautiful hit play right there by Capra to advance a runner first and second. Nice hit by Capra. That's his second hit tonight.
As you mentioned, though, to fall back on that is our coaches used to teach us to have active feet when we're out on the base pass. You know, make the pitcher think about you, make him concerned, so then
get in his head.
Ultimately, that could result in mistakes made at the pitching end of things. Maybe leave it a little high, or leave it up the middle, or leave it right down the middle, and there we go. A result. Nice base hit to right field.
Sammy Duran at the plate scored the first and only run for the Titans. Good-looking player, batting average over 400 on the year. And he started and played in every game for the Titans. 39 games played with 39 starts. And this is his 165th plate appearance on the year. Great opportunity, good shot of Sammy right there. Runners on first and second. Can the Titans get to the lead? It's a good pitch by Chambly. Good movement on that to get the strike call.
Nice 12-6 breaking ball there. I think dropped about 3 feet. Get me over strike one.
So one out in the bottom of the fifth. Critical part of the game here. This time Chambly, I think that lesson would have been served in the last pass ball.
All right.
It actually led to the run for the Titans in the last inning.
Electing to keep that one in the back pocket.
Sammy Duran faces an 0-1 count. And a big hit there to the shortstop. They're going to try to turn two. And he's off the bag. He'll be safe at first. They get the force at second base to get out number 2. But good hustle by Sammy Duran as that throw from the shortstop and then through the second baseman was a little high. It forced the first baseman, DeGendrick Crows, to get off the bag. And that keeps Duran. So now you got runners at the corner with 2 outs. Kind of a similar way of how the Titans struck first in the last inning on a 2-out rally.
Well, yeah, that it's a shame for Mr. Chambly there. That seemed like it was going to be tailor-made. They're 6'4",
6'4",
yeah. But rushed the throw and was high. Good hustle by Sammy Duran to keep the inning alive.
It's a good opportunity for John Capra. His 3rd plate appearance this evening. Runners at first and third. The pitch. And another squibber. This time fielded no problem to the second baseman. That's Kyle Wisniewski. And that's out number 3. So no foul. As 2 hits were made by the Titans, but they can't cash it in. We're locked up at 1 apiece. You're watching the Titans baseball on WEFS TV.
Join veteran sportscaster Jeff Radcliffe as he hosts Eastern Florida State College coaches and student athletes for a closer look inside Titan sports. Produced in partnership with Florida Today, the weekly in-depth program covers the 11 Titan men's and women's sports teams through game footage and coaches' analysis. Get closer to the action Thursday nights at 8 here on WEFS.
Eastern Florida State College. This is where you discover new opportunities, where you pursue your dreams, and careers take flight. Apply now for new bachelor and associate degree programs in business, healthcare, computer technology, and other growing fields. Eastern Florida, where Titans rise. Apply today.
Hey fans, welcome back to Bruce Bochy Field. There's a good look at the scoreboard right there that says it all. We're all tied at 1 apiece. We have two pitchers that are having good nights so far. Stephen Chambly of Broward, and obviously our ace pitcher, Blair Calvo. And we're entering the top of the 6th inning. Good ball teams. Here you can see this is a pitching duel of Calvo and Chambly on a beautiful evening as Broward leads off here with J.C. Milan. Good look at their center fielder. Listen to this live action on WEFS TV. Eric Kohler alongside Alex Friedrich. And on behalf of our entire crew, thanks for taking the time to check us out. Another good action-packed baseball on WEFS TV.
You nailed it on the head there with the pitcher's duel this afternoon. Both runs were scored in strange ways as the Titans score off of a high ricochet off the front of the plate, that firm clay, able to score a run, and the Broward scoring off of an errant throw from the first baseman.
And the runs are at a premium, so you gotta take them how you can get them tonight. J.C. Milan's at the plate. He's facing an 0-2 count. Can Calvo rack up his 3rd strikeout on the night? Ball's low and away. 1-2's the count. Sounds like the one's starting to get a little active. You can hear some of the chatter in the background. Calvo, 1-2 count. J.C. Milan has to do a lot to get out of the way of there.
See, that's a breaking ball right there. At that point, you almost kind of want to, keep that shoulder in, get your free base, lead off the inning with a base runner, but.
Yeah, but it's just a tough, your natural instincts to get out of the way.
Right, yeah, you're battling the natural instinct, but.
I don't want to take a shot to the shoulder. 2-2 count. Oh, that time he gets him. I think you dialed that up.
Yeah, that one hurts a little bit. Squared him up. Was a breaking ball, though, so not the 94 to the shoulder blade.
Well, you can say this is an odd stat of the night. Calvo has more hit by batsmen than he does strikeouts. 4-2 the ratio. I think he wants to turn that around.
Right, yeah, it's not like him, but.
So Milan looks like he's okay over there at first base. Took one to the back. 1-1 your score, top of the 6th. Broward gets her leadoff hitter on the base pads. That brings up number 17 for Broward, Andres Lopez, sophomore out of Aguas Buenas, Puerto Rico. Lopez out in the field at third base. 3rd plate appearance.
Yeah, as we see these guys cycle through at their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th appearances against Calvo, you can start to see him maybe try to key on that fastball of his with that low sink towards that late action. If your starter can get through about 6 innings, 6-7 innings, it's a solid start, just because guys end up starting to figure you out a little bit, regardless how well you're throwing.
That's a great point.
These hitters are good hitters. They know they're obviously on this team for a reason, starting, So.
Well, plus now you get more looks as you get deeper in the game. Now you kind of know what's coming at you, what kind of stuff's working with you, or what's working against you.
Just making adjustments as on the fly.
Even count, 1-1, no outs. Calvo checks the runner at first. This is some of the prettiest weather that we've had in the area. March and April always ideal in the Sunshine State
Oh, yeah.
when the humidity is low.
Don't say the H word.
Summertime's coming.
Oh.
1-1 count. Gets ahead. Beautiful pitch here by Calvo. Situation right here. Just focus on the batter. Get that first out. We'll try to get a little ground play right here. Maybe a little double play action for Calvo and the Titans.
Yeah, and he is a ground ball pitcher with that sink.
Keep checking the runner at first. Now, what pitch would you like to see right here for Calvo to try to get that strike free? You're going to chase him off the plate? You're going to high gas? Trying to low one away.
I haven't seen the high gas yet tonight. That actually sounds like a good idea. Get him swinging at the high cheese.
Here's the pitch, and catches the shortstop, Vinny Capra, off guard, and the runner falls down. What an odd play, and he is tagged out. Wow, you don't see that every day. J.C. Milan, a trusty speedster in center field, completely loses his footing, round in the bag after second base, and he just could not get his feet underneath him, and he is taken out. That's kind of an embarrassing play for Milan right there.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. On the first hit from Broward, Titans looked like they were going to be in some trouble there with first and third and no outs, but
wow,
catching a break.
Big break, and thanks to Mark Dakotas, that was the first hit of the evening against Calvo.
Wow.
How about that? He had a no-hitter going. And that just stumbles. I hope the truck could recapture that one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just turned second base, and it just looks like, I don't know. I think he was unsure whether he was going to go to third, and when he decided he did, his legs weren't there.
Well, a lot of times you try to practice as much as you can, but you're coached to pick up your third base coach. And so sometimes you look up, you got the wave call from your coach, and then you go back down, and your footing's all messed up. You're not really sure where you are, but you got to make. That's why you try to practice it as much as possible. But
what a huge turn of events right there, Alex. Like you said, it could have been first and third, no outs, and now you just have first with one out. Titans catch a big break right there. And now batting is the right fielder. Cleanup hitter is number 24 for Broward, Raiden Ogando. Ogando's last plate appearance, he also got hit by a pitch. That was back in the fourth inning.
you can almost say that for about half the lineup.
Big base wrap there, almost to the same spot of the field. This time they're going to try to run him to third again. And to hit their cutoff, everybody's safe. Ogando gets to second base. And more importantly, they got a runner at second and third. And a big hit against Calvo. Broward's got something cooking here in the top of the sixth inning.
That's a nice piece of hitting.
Sure
Tip your
was.
cap on that.
Next up is the first baseman. And that'll bring out Coach Tam. A very, very slow walk out to the mound. And nobody's up, so this is going to be more of just kind of maybe get down there and sit them down like, hey, you know what, things happen. But, you know, the damage could be a lot worse.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You know, that J.C. Milan getting tagged out between second and third is huge.
Yeah, that ends up being a very big play after the result of that at bat.
But, you know, a real heads-up play by Raiden Ogando is getting to second base.
Right.
To kind of avoid now to take the double play out of the equation.
Well, he was hustling right out of the box. I think he wanted to go two regardless, and then I'm sure he saw the throw come in from left field, Lyle, and it just kind of hits the cutoff man, not going to second base, so he's taking advantage.
So what do you think the message was there? Let's see here. See on the replay.
Good piece of hitting. Look, he's digging out of the box. He's thinking two all the way.
He sure is. But a great heads-up play, though. They can see the cutoff was kind of a bad throw to the cutoff man. You can see right there Ogando's like, come on, guys, let's get up.
Right. I think if they would have brought that throw to second base, they would have had a good shot at him. But
So what do you think the message was, Coach Tam, out there when he goes out and talks to Calvo? What do you think he's trying to break up the momentum a little bit
yeah,
for Broward?
break up the. You like to see your players do that every
Okay.
so often. Like a catcher starting to see, a base hit, and then the pitcher comes back and throws 2 balls in a row to the next guy. You come out. You want your catcher to, time. Let's go out. Let's regroup here. Refocus. What's the situation we're in? Let's play our game. Let's move forward. So I think you're right. It was just more of a refocusing technique.
DeGendrick Crows is your next batter for Broward. And it looks like Coach Tam out here is going to do the intentional walk for Crows to make it bases loaded to kind of set up either the force play or the double play. That's exactly what they're going to do here. So Crows is going to get walked on an intentional walk. And that'll be a bases loaded situation for Broward. So Calvo, a little hot water here.
Yeah, I like the play call here.
You got to increase your chances, especially on the force out, or possibly pick up the double play. And that'll set the table nicely for number 13, Gabriel Garcia, the catcher for Broward. And this guy has got a lot of power, though. This is going to be a big one-on-one matchup here against Calvo against Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia is a big fella. He knows he gets a hold of one and could be in some trouble. But I like to see this, one of the biggest sluggers in the league, in the conference or the division, and going against one of the better pitchers in the conference. So
this is definitely a good matchup here, because Garcia is second leading in RBIs at 32 and leads the team with 10 home runs. So this is a good duel here between Calvo and Garcia, as that first pitch is fouled out of play. Be very important for Calvo here to get ahead on the account and see if he can take down Garcia. He struck out Garcia back in the second, and then Garcia flew out to center field in the 4th inning. And strike 2, great start for Calvo here to get ahead on Garcia. This will be a great time here, Alex, to get that 3rd K of the night.
yeah, and keep in mind, behind the plate, Jimenez not behind the plate all the time. If he's got to be a wall back there, if he's trying to get him to swing at something in the dirt here,
Yep.
you got a runner at third base with a far backstop. So
That's a great heads up right there. Gets him looking. 3 straight strikes. Blair Calvo records his 3rd strikeout. And what a great time to get that 3rd strikeout. 3 straight strikes. Garcia can't believe it. The power hitter for Broward looks at strike 3. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Boy, this would be something here, Alex, if
Work
the
isn't-
Titans could somehow get out of this inning with no damage done.
yeah, the work's not over yet. He's got same situation here, but now he can give up the lazy deep fly ball since there are 2 outs.
Oh, another nice pitch. 4 straight strikes for Calvo. Records his 69th K of the year. Be a great time to push 70 right here.
I agree.
0-1 count. Good shot of Calvo. Top of the 6th. Conference showdown, 1 apiece. Live action here on WEFS TV, Bruce Bochy Field. Beautiful evening. Crowd is settled in. A nice evening of baseball. Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for tuning us in.
Yeah, well, 2 great pitches on the outside corner and on the inside corner. You can
we
pretty
go.
much throw anything here.
Great time to get that 70th strikeout. Low and away. Great work behind the dish by Jimenez to not let that get between his legs and give up a cheap run. So as you said earlier, there's a good call. You got to put up that wall.
Right.
Nothing gets behind this wall.
Cannot afford a free run here.
1-2 count. Can Calvo get that 4th strikeout? Nice pitch right there. High heat gets him chasing high.
Yeah, there's that high fastball he called earlier. Just not quite high enough. Bring that thing up about 2 or 3 more inches, he's swinging right through it.
Christian Colley. Calvo struck him out in the 4th inning. Can he ring him up twice right here in the top of the 6th? 1-2 count. Pitch. Blowing away. Evens the count at 2-2. Got a little high drama here in the top of the 6th inning.
This has got to be the pitch here. 2-2. You don't want to get a full count, get everybody running. if everybody's running, then it makes it a lot easier for that runner at second base to score on a base hit.
Bases loaded. Calvo gets him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts, much to the chagrin of Christian Colley, but it counts. What a great piece of work for Calvo to get out of a jam, and kind of a really strange situation with J.C. Milan stumbles after he's trying to get to third base, can't get his feet underneath him, and gets thrown out. And believe it or not, no runs are scored there as Calvo gives up his first hit of the evening. Wow. I mean, we're both like shaking our heads at what just happened there.
So many base runners aboard throughout that half inning. And
unbelievable.
Still no runs crossing the plate. That's digging deep once again for Blair Calvo.
Wow.
Getting out of...
Those were those diversity points you said before. Like, adversity points. When you get in there, you get in that pickle. How do you react?
Right.
Now, again, that was just kind of an odd play to see the center fielder of all people lose his footing.
Right.
But nevertheless, we've had a couple strange plays in this game. As every game, every broadcast is obviously takes a life of its own.
It really does.
But to see that Calvo actually gave up his first and second hit of the evening.
And then there's the first strikeout. Boom, kids him freezing on the hanging breaking ball.
Frozen rope right there.
He wants that one back, and then
look at that, frames him out. He didn't like the call. Colley doesn't like it, but Jimenez does a great job by framing it up.
He has.
And he caught the corner.
He's been out there freezing too when he's catching it, just stabbing, freezing. Wait for the call. Got the call, but you don't want to see that happen too often. You want to see strikes, but that's that shows some guts. 2-2 count, bases loaded.
Well, Chambly's staying in the game, obviously. This bottom of the sixth inning. He's had a good game so far for Broward. Good shot at Chambly right there. Number 30, sophomore out of Tampa, Florida. And this brings up your left fielder, Ian Lyle, for your Titans. See if we can break this game open right here. Titans got to feel very, very fortunate that the score is still one apiece right there.
Yeah, they were on the brink of all the momentum going towards Broward, but they were able to harness it and bring the momentum back into their dugout, and believe it or not, after all the action on that previous inning.
It's got to be a quick throw. Good hustling by Lyle to try to beat that out. That's out number one here in the bottom of the sixth.
Jimenez.
And next up will be your catcher that actually made a lot of plays that didn't make the stat sheet on that last inning. Obviously, he had a lot to do with calling up some of those plays and pitches from Calvo, but that one play that was low and away that he really stopped, that could have got the runner in from third base.
Right. No, he did a great job of blocking that baseball, especially we talk about how hard the clay is around there, around home plate. You're not quite sure what kind of hop you're going to get off of that stuff. We've seen it, I think, 2 or 3 times today where it's surprised us.
Absolutely.
How high that ball has been kicking off that clay. So really got to lock in behind the dish tonight, especially with the runner on third base.
Ball slapped toward the first baseman. And an easy play for number 11, DeGendrick Crows. Out number 2. Quick work so far here in the bottom of the sixth for Stephen Chambly of Broward College. Quick work here for number 6 coming up.
Yeah, right here, if I'm Ruben Garcia. Yeah, if I'm Ruben, I'm taking a pitch here. You got to slow it down. You just had Blair Calvo just had a long inning out there. You can't, 2 pitches, 2 outs. We got to try to work the count a little bit, give our guys some rest, let him recuperate before he gets back out there.
Yeah, you don't want 2 pitches and 2 outs. Ruben Garcia hit that slap shot that went over the second baseman's head to score the first run. So he's got the only ribby on the night for the Titans. And he starts behind in the count here, 0-1 bottom of the 6th. Stalemate 1-1. His conference rivals will do battle again tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. The venue will be Davie, Florida. Broward and Eastern Florida State College. First pitch 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's why tonight is important to get that 13th conference win for the Titans.
Buy yourself some insurance.
Absolutely.
A little cushion.
Got to get hot at the right time of the year now. As Garcia hits it way high in the sky. Still a tough play the way that sun is tonight. But he makes the play, and that's 3 up, 3 down for the Titans. They go in order. And we're going to go to the top of the 7th inning at 1 apiece.
That was 4 pitches.
Wow. 4 pitches, 3 outs.
Yeah, that's
That's not what you want. You gotta attack Chamblee. You gotta force him to work, just like Broward did that last inning for Calvo. And then Calvo just came back with back-to-back strikeouts. That really shows some poise and some composure right there. And I'm sure that's something those are the intangibles that you want to see for some of those scouts in attendance tonight.
Right. That you can't necessarily teach as much as just having pure skill and talent. You got to be able to learn how to play the game, keep your composure and poise out there. And he did a great job. Tip my cap.
Good shot of Calvo right there. We've had a lot of great action here tonight at the ballpark. We had some earlier action up in the skies. Well, look at there. Not only do we have baseball, we got rockets that are going up into the sky. That was a SpaceX rocket, Falcon 9. That's going to the International Space Station. And what a great shot by our camera crew to catch that. We saw it from afar. Thanks to Mark Dakotas, he gave us a heads up on the intel of that, and that was right before first pitch. And pretty cool stuff right there. And just right here, that's Pride of America right there. As they had a failed mission some months ago, but they got back on the horse, built another rocket, and there they are, the American way.
That's right.
Just keep pushing forward. That is pretty cool right there. Look at that.
Great shot.
It really is. See, not only you get baseball action, we shoot up rockets for you here. We don't play games.
And that thing's probably hard to follow. That thing was moving.
That was moving.
It was moving.
I wonder if the most interesting man in the world was on that rocket. Did you see that commercial? He's out, though. He's out. The most interesting man in the world. Yeah, he went on a rocket, and then a coyote was barking out at the end. They shot him up into space with some hot lady.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't see the new one.
Yeah?
Huh.
Yeah, you got to see that. Well, top of the 7th. Stalemate at 1 apiece. It's going to bring up for Broward. It's going to bring up their DH. This is going to be Cabrera.
So Calvo has yet to have a complete game thus far this season. He's had 93 pitches at this point in the ball game. So still nothing doing for the Titans in the bullpen. But let's try to keep an eye on that and try to follow that. See if he keeps his stamina up.
It's Calvo. And right to your point, strike one here as we enter the top of the 7th. Good shot of Cabrera right there.
He could use one of them 4-pitch innings.
Yeah, that's a good point. That was great work by Chamblee. Got the first 2 batters out with just 2 pitches. And only needed 2 to retire the side. Calvo with the flowing locks. Pitch, a little squibber to first base. Calvo's over there to make the play. That's out number 1 here to start the top of the 7th inning.
Now at the plate, Edison Cabrera.
Fielding his position once again.
It's nicely done.
So many times you see pitchers just kind of get so dialed into making each and every pitch their best, and they see that ground ball to the right side and they stutter step, and then the runner's able to beat him there. But Calvo's doing a great job of fielding position. His defense has done a good job behind him.
Edison Cabrera at the plate for Broward. He's grounded out both times at the plate, both times actually to the shortstop. Calvo trying to make short work order here in the 7th. Calvo gave up his first hits in just the last inning. 2 hits, but got out of the jam with no runs. Nice pitch right there. Cabrera way behind it.
Got some help with the clay out there right around shortstop with the stumble running to third.
Yeah, you don't see that very often, especially from a speedster like Milan, a center fielder.
Right.
I just don't think he was committed to going to third, and I think when he was shutting it down, and then we tried to pick it up, it looked like one of his spikes maybe caught the dirt weird, and he tripped himself up.
Yeah.
You don't see that every day.
No. Well.
I've never seen that on your game tape.
Nah, never. Probably a couple practices maybe, but never in a game.
Rockstar.com.
I'm blushing.
Calvo low and away. Been a great game so far. Right now, kind of a chess match.
Mm-hmm.
And both runs were kind of scored on just kind of non-traditional ways. But last inning, you don't see a lot of innings like that. You get bases loaded. You should have first and third with nobody out, and you get out of the jam. No control on that pitch. Evens the count at 2-2.
seeing it from both sides, from Chambly and Calvo now, leaving more mistakes up rather than making the mistakes down. That's
a good point.
Showing their stamina is kind of catching up to them a little bit.
Big hop to third. What's the call there? Gets away from him.
It looked like it would have had him, but like Ruben Garcia, yeah.
Let's see what they're going to rule there. It's a throw from John Capra. And they'll be safe.
Yeah, dropped the ball. I think that's an error on Ruben Garcia.
Yeah, the ball was there.
Yeah, that ball had beat him there, most definitely. Just kind of took his eye off it last second.
That brings up Kyle Wisniewski. He's had a lot of action in the field at second base. So an error leads to Broward getting a runner on first base with one down here at the top of the seventh. Knotted up at one apiece. It's a chop foul right at third base. And that time Garcia holds it, but Calvo is holding his arm. And that's not a good sign there. And that's going to bring out Coach Tam. That's not a good sign at all. Good play there to get out number 2. Runner makes it out to second base.
Oh, no.
That'll be 2 outs right there, but that's he's holding his elbow. And he went to it right away, right after that pitch. He didn't get hit by anything. And that's not the news that you want to see as a Titans baseball fan from the family standpoint.
Or as a scout in the stands, man.
Yeah, that's not good. And that'll bring up number 27 for your Titans. That'll be Tim Luth, right-handed pitcher, freshman out of Clearwater, Florida. And Calvo comes out of the game. A great game for Calvo. And you know what's going to be prescribed right there? It's going to be ice right away as the trainer whisked him away through the dugout right away.
Yeah, and I hate to say he's kind of reaching over towards that UCL area.
Yeah, that's the get out number 2, but it came at a price. Blair Calvo's whisked away immediately from the sports trainer back to the clubhouse. And hopefully nothing too serious, as that really enjoying the drama that's unfolding here with a pitcher's duel between Chambly and Calvo.
Right, and that pitch count was getting up there. We mentioned it before, 93 or 96? And just probably cracking that 100 mark this inning. And had enough.
Yeah, so Tim Luth will come in, freshman out of Clearwater, Florida. He'll have to pick up where Calvo just left off. Not the situation that he really wanted to come into, but it is what it is. So you have a role.
Right.
They made a call to the pen. You got to come in and do your job. Got to do your responsibility. But fans, will take this time. A winning record in the classroom is as important for student athletes as on the field. Eastern Florida offers more than 100 degrees and programs, including bachelor degrees and associate degrees, providing excellent opportunities in today's fastest growing career fields. An academic advisor also works closely with student athletes to achieve success. To learn more information, visit us online at easternflorida.edu. That's easternflorida.edu, and become a Titan today.
So let's take a look at Tim Luth's stat line of 5.71 ERA, a record of 2-2, 14 appearances, 17 innings pitched thus far this season, given up 20 strikeouts. So he's got some good stuff out there. Only given up about 8 walks on the season. So to see a higher ERA, but he's got some electric stuff to get these guys striking out. So
well, it's good shot of him right there. Good shot of the freshman. Looks like he's got some good juice in that arm. He's got a lively arm.
Right.
And check out the technique right here. He's kind of a more over-the-top kind of pitcher. Doesn't have that motion that Calvo does with that little leg kick. But really hope that Calvo's okay.
Yeah, really.
I was watching the play at shortstop, and then what caught me right away is that Calvo dropped his glove and went straight to the elbow.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I focused in on that the whole point because I knew they'd make the play at first. And the runner advances to second, but more importantly, they get the second out in the inning here in the top of the 7th.
Man.
Yeah, featured television time opportunity. A lot of scouts in attendance, but Again, it's, the delicate parts in your arm. I mean,
Yeah. See it more and more each day. These guys are max effort throwing these balls, and the human body isn't necessarily built to be able to chuck that ball as hard as you can for 90, 100 pitches, and at some point it'll give. I mean, hopefully it's just a sprain or something that he can try to monitor and deal with, but most cases end in a way of Tommy John surgery. But
yeah, that's that's a big part right there. That elbow area. There's a lot of tender parts in that. Not a lot of give there. But thoughts and wishes go out to Blair Calvo. Great game. I mean, that last inning was really great to deal with some adversity to come out of that.
Right.
That inning, obviously, the J.C. Milan tripping between second and third was kind of an anomaly. But
right.
Nevertheless, to come back and get two back-to-back, the second and third strikeouts.
Right.
And have both hitters frozen, not even swinging the bat. That shows me something right there.
It does, and I'm sure these scouts all saw it as well. And worst case scenario, it's a year out. He's back and he'll be throwing the ball even harder than he was before. But it's unfortunate just because this Eastern Florida ball club needs him too, moving forward, going into the playoffs. He's their
especially
ace.
at this stage. Yeah, absolutely. And this brings up J.C. Milan, their center fielder. And this is the young man that got the first hit against Calvo and then stumbled between second and third and was tagged out. And that played huge because that would have been scored because they had a base hit the very next batter.
Oh, yeah. That would have definitely scored, yeah.
So J.C. Milan trying to make amends with the bat here. 2 outs, top of the 7th. If you're just joining us, Blair Calvo just left the game. We have not found any reports of something, but he was reaching toward his elbow. And that brings in number 27, Tim Luth, in relief work for your hometown Titans. Luth behind on the count against Milan. And catches the outside corner. Kind of a generous call there.
Yeah.
To give him that strike. That's Ray Parrish behind the dish, home plate umpire this evening. And he's assisted by Mark Morgan out there in the field.
All infielders need to knock this ball down. If it's just out of the reach, keep the runner from scoring from second base. Keep it in the infield.
2-1 count. Tries to go back to the same spot. That time Parrish doesn't give the call. So a 3-1 count. What do you do here for Broward in a 3-1 count? A new pitcher that you haven't faced tonight. Are you taking, or you maybe look for that little fastball and take a shot at it?
I'm still swinging away,
Still
most definitely.
Still swinging?
Yeah, just because you have a good hitter here, and you're going to get a good pitch if it's hittable, and you don't know what. Well,
down and away.
We'll
So
end it
walks
there.
him. So not really the energy that you want to bring into the game as your first at batter. You walk him in 5 pitches. But the positive is you got first and second, possible force-out situation here, and you have 2 outs in the inning. And that brings up third baseman number 17, Andreas Lopez. Lopez had a hit in the 6th inning. And we'll try to see what's going to happen here.
see if Luth can jump off the. You got to remember, Luth was not over there warming up, so he had to, went from sitting down to up on the mound, warming up on the mound. So he's
because it wasn't
scheduled,
choreographed or scheduled at all.
Right.
So he was over there kind of doing the same thing as the pitcher over there for Broward, Ray Katina, when we saw a shot over there stretching, just kind of, doing the pre-swing routine.
Right.
My Masters tournament reference there, pre-swing routine.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
I thought you were there for me.
Yeah.
I got it on DVR, so I don't need any fans texting me or tweeting me anything. I'm not even looking at Twitter right now.
Okay. Well, I got
Friday
blackmail now, so.
Oh, how'd you catch a glimpse of that Ernie Els with the
I did.
the 10?
I did. I saw it on Instagram.
7 putts. Wow. Don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I see that within my group of guys I play with, but not Easy E.
Yeah,
Big
right.
Ernie Els.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
1-1 count. And it looks like Luth just doesn't. He's not releasing the ball. He's trying to force those pitches right now, and I guess he's thrust in a tough situation. But you know what? That's your role responsibility. You got to come in and get this third out.
He is. He's got 1 out to get, and you know, you're exactly right. He is kind of just forcing the ball in there instead of just letting his arm do the work.
Behind on the count, 2-1. All tied between the Titans and the Seahawks, 1 apiece. Very important conference game right here. Bottom line is you just got to focus on the plate. Don't worry about those runners. Get that out number 3. Get out of this inning and start anew. 2-1 count. 2 outs. Good pitch there. Doesn't get the call.
Wow.
Thought that was a nice looking pitch for a called strike, but not so fast.
Well, where he caught it may have been inside, but I believe that was a breaking ball, so that thing
Had some good break
crossed
to
the
it.
plate
Yeah,
at some point.
I liked it. But, I don't have my chest gear on, so I guess I'm not calling balls and strikes tonight. So 3-1 count. Luth has already walked 1 batter, and he walks the second one to load up the bases. Tough situation. 2 batters face 2 walks. And that just increases the pressure on you as a pitcher.
It's not helping his case out, that's
No.
for sure.
That brings up number 24. Ray Nagando brought a lot of energy as when he ran up to second base, but believe it or not, they got no runs out of that.
Rope that double.
That's the dangerous situation for Luth right here, for the Titans.
I envision a lot of breaking balls here.
Bases loaded. And again, Jimenez is kind of under pressure spot too now of not
Right.
letting one of those pitches get behind him.
You're right. Very correct.
Yeah, it's an outside corner. I tell you, Ray Parrish, a home plate umpire, he likes that outside corner. He's been consistent with that call this evening. And good to see Luth get ahead on a count here. This is his 3rd batter faced. He's walked his first 2 to load up the bases. Ducks on the pond for Broward. Pops him up. This is an important play for Manny Rodriguez. Gets under it, and that's out number 3. So he bends, but he doesn't break. He gets out of a jam, comes in and walks his two batters, the first 2 batters, but gets him to fly out. Ogando to Manny Rodriguez. Good shot of the center fielder there, number 21, to get out number 3. So that keeps us all tied up at 1 apiece. And wow, some really kind of dicey situations for the Titans there the last 2 innings with bases loaded, 2 consecutive innings.
Right, yeah, and Coach Ben Bizier, I'm sure, is going to have a talk regardless of the outcome of this ball game. You can't strand 8 runners on base in 2 innings, you know, or sorry, 6, I guess. But no, it's that's something that you can't allow to happen. I'm just still a little torn with the old Calvo thing, man. I hope best case scenario, you know, that's all you can do at this point.
Well, I mean, he knew it right away. Whatever
Right.
happened, whatever you felt, the little twang, or whatever happened to his arm, he felt. I mean, that glove dropped because I just happened to look right at the shortstop to make that play. But it's going to be what it's going to be. And right now, the task at hand for the Titans is to come together as a team and get this 13th conference victory. That is very important as they wind down their season. But Chambly comes in for his 7th inning of work. We'll face the bottom of the 7th. The DH will be the leadoff hitter for your Titans. That'll be Cody Neal. And see if he can have some success to get on the base pads to start off the bottom of the 7th.
Leading off for the Titans, Cody Neal.
So this is your DH, Cody Neal.
We'll take a look back on how these 2 runs scored. And first, the peg up and inside gets him on the hand.
Gets both of them.
Yeah, ends up getting the catcher too. And then here we go, the pickle play. Gets it over to first, and then Ruben needs to throw that ball right there, but he elects to hold on the ball and sails it. Run scores for Broward. And then here's our run scored as we high ricochet off the home plate clay. Run scores. Another two strange situations in which runs have been scored in this ball game, but nevertheless, 1 run, bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, it's amazing. You said earlier in the broadcast, as you said, you were talking about your Russell Wilson story.
Right.
Is that, you know, you get a new game. Just think about just two days ago, Titans scored 17 runs on 20 hits. And tonight, they scramble to have to get 1 run.
Right.
Right?
Baseball's it's a funny game.
It sure is. Good shot of Cody Neal right there. Up on the count 2-1. Cody right here's just got to do whatever he's got to do to play small ball to get on the base pads. Nice pitch there. Chambly's having a really good game.
He is.
Shown some stuff for Broward. Sophomore pitcher out of Tampa, Florida. And he takes down Cody Neal. Way to come back on the pitch count. Gets Cody swinging strike 3.
No batting, Manny Rodriguez.
Now, this is the top of the order now, Alex. This is a great opportunity. This is these guys have, been consistent this year at the plate, and this is where Manny Rodriguez, a sophomore out of Orlando. This is where you got to earn your pay grade right here.
Right, and they've been pretty quiet with the bats. I mean, obviously 1-1 the score, but you haven't seen too many hard hit balls right at people or anything. It's just been more of a dink here or there, or strikeout or a lazy fly ball. I'd like to see someone maybe rip a double in the gap or something.
You're thinking tonight, with the way the wind condition is, blowing out really, big gust out to right field, that I would think that we'd maybe see a possible home run or 2 tonight.
Yeah, you have to tip your cap to these pitchers. It's a lot easier to watch and say, all right, let's start hitting the ball than it is to actually get up there and hit the ball. But no, it's been a pitcher's duel.
Manny Rodriguez at the plate with 1 out, bottom of the 7th. And he slaps one. There you go, just what the doctor ordered. Nice base hit. That's his 2nd base hit of the evening. So he is 2 for 4. And a nice shot of Manny Rodriguez, just what the Titans needed right there, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. And that'll bring up number 16, Norberto Navarro. A good player, very active at the plate. Freshman, also out of Puerto Rico. Good shot of our 2nd baseman.
Keep in mind, we got some wheels over at first base. Manny Rodriguez with 10 bags on the season.
Yeah.
So.
This is important right here, and you can see Manny, that last, he got a hit back in the 5th inning. You can see right there with the dirt on his jersey that Chambly, you can see right there. This is a little cat and mouse game right here. Really great framework by our camera crew right there to set that up. But see right there, he's having a hard time seeing the signs right there from third base with that sun right there. And now you can see Broward's going to come together to make sure they're on point in terms of communication. Because Manny needs to get to 2nd base. This one you got, like you said, Coach Tam, early in the broadcast, you got to get small ball kicking here.
Right.
And good shot of Coach Tam there.
I mean, with 1 out, the playbook's a lot smaller here. You maybe get a hit and run or just a straight steal, but you're not going to sacrifice here.
Slaps away foul. But Manny Rodriguez, you definitely see that Chambly definitely has an eye on him. And again, you can see Manny right there trying to get his calls as Coach Tam's out there on 3rd base, getting his signs. I think you got to send him here, Alex.
I think he might be, honestly. But you also have to look out for the pitch out or the pick off. So can't get too aggressive, run yourself out of an inning.
Yeah, again, runs, 1-1.
Right.
It's a pitcher's duel. You got to play small. This is tactical baseball now. Got to be smart about it.
Right. You got to execute.
It's a good pitch, but that's called ball.
A little down.
Ball 1.
Possibly.
Evens the count 1-1. Bottom of the 7th, 1 apiece between these conference rivals. Both these teams have 12 conference wins, but your hometown Titans sit atop at 1st place in the conference. And it sure would be nice to get that 13th win. Hopefully get some good news. Blair Calvo, ace pitcher for the Titans, left last inning. And what looked to be somewhat of a injury to his elbow area.
Right.
We can't specify.
Right.
Nor will we.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where the Titans got to pick up and help out Luth. Got some action up there in the bullpen for Broward.
Yeah, number 23, Raymond Katena, has been down there throwing for quite a while.
That's
the
right.
left-hander, so I'm sure he is ready to go as soon as head coach Ben Busier is ready to pull the cord on him.
Navarro tries to hit a gapper, and that's trouble, and it is. It hits the gap, and they're going to send him. Manny's coming home to the plate, and a big play for Navarro. Your Titans get to the lead for the first time tonight. A nice piece of hitting.
That ball kept going, didn't it?
Sure did. Big play for Norberto Navarro. And a great play for a double, and a great heads-up base running to get from first to home is Manny Rodriguez. That's what they needed, just what the doctor ordered, as Chambly's had a smooth game, and they finally get some power behind a shot. And you can see Gabriel Garcia is going to go out there and console Chambly.
That might be it there for Chambly. And that's that big double that we were talking about earlier, that someone get a barrel on.
That was beautiful. That was a great shot for Navarro. And Manny Rodriguez was going the whole time. You could see Coach Tam was sending him.
Oh, yeah.
And again, you could feel the excitement here in the box. And Bizier is going to come out to play a visit. This might be it for Chambly. We'll see. Yep, and he's going to call for the bullpen. And it's going to be Ray Katina, the left-hander, sophomore out of Wellington, Florida. So just what they needed for Eastern Florida State College. The Titans, Navarro with a slap hit, big, deep double. And a nice hand for Chambly. A good game for the young man tonight. Stephen Chambly.
Yeah, good, well-pitched ball game by Chambly, giving up the one run on the high chopper from the clay right there in front of home plate. And then, obviously, with a rope from Navarro, that ball was a one hopper to the fence, and it was hit about only max height of 20 feet at some point, so he squared that ball up.
That was a beautiful piece of hitting for Navarro. That's what they needed from those top hitters, though.
Yeah.
You know, that's where you got to get these guys to make plays when it counts. And it's important. You know, Luth came in a relief situation, kind of a surprise because Calvo goes out of the game. He walks his first two batters, but then he gets the next batter to fly out, get that out three, just get out of that inning. You know, no damage is done. And then finally the bats come to maybe give him some confidence, say, hey, here's some run support.
Right.
Go out there and throw some strikes.
Yeah, the biggest thing is getting ahead in the count. The first couple of batters for Luth, he's getting behind in the count, so these hitters are like, well, he ain't going to throw me a strike. I'm not going to swing. So walk, and then very first pitch to that third batter, strike one. Second pitch, pop up, center field. And there we go with the double laced. Look at J.C. Milan, one of the fastest guys on that team, unable to run that one down.
Yeah, he's kind of hit because obviously the wind is blowing out to the right. You can see it by all the flags here in the stadium.
Right.
But that was a big shot for Navarro and a great shot by the truck to pick that up. That ball just kept driving to hit that left center. And it counted. And great wheels up for Manny Rodriguez to take it home from first all the way to home. And obviously Coach Tam knew that. Runs are at a premium this type of game in a pitcher's duel. You know, you come off a game 2 days ago, you score 17 runs on 20 hits. And the next game completely takes a life of its own. And
no contest at home, no throw. And I tip your cap to Rodriguez again with the base running, because he took off as soon as he realized he saw numbers. He saw number 14 on Milan's back. He saw numbers, so he took off knowing that he's not going to get that ball. So he got a head start on it, and then Tam recognizing that, just sending him home.
Well, here's Vinny Capra. He's had a great night at the plate tonight. He's 2 for 2. Got a hit back in the first and the fifth inning. See if he can go 3 for 3 here. You would think with Navarro, a base hit would score a run. This Coach Tam's position as the third base coach here. His eyes clearly out there to Navarro, getting him ready to get him home. It'd be great to get a little insurance run right here, Alex.
Yeah, he could steal that bag. There's nobody there. I mean, used to love stealing third base. Nobody's there. You can.
So new flavor is number 23, Ray Katina. So this is the first time he gets the eyes on some of these batters. So you got to make that adjustment now because, you know, with Chambly, if you go up there, you've had 3 plate appearances. You kind of figure out the ins and outs of maybe some of his tendencies.
Right.
And now you got to readjust because now you have a different cat and a good shot at Katina right there, number 23 for Broward.
Yeah, it's a completely different arm slot you got to pick up, and you know that's why a lot of head coaches or pitching coaches will love to switch that up and do the right, left, right type deal for a ball game, just to constantly having these hitters readjust the arm slot and pick up that new box where they're looking for that ball to get released out of.
So Vinny Capra up on the count 2-0. One out bomb, the 7th. Titans get to the lead for the first time this evening. In a battle of the pitchers. Good work by Stephen Chambly of Broward, and great work by Blair Calvo that unexpectedly went out of the game. What we kind of anticipate and expect is kind of a, hopefully just like a little strain in the elbow area. Hopefully nothing serious for Blair Calvo, as he demanded a pretty big scouting audience here tonight at Bruce Bochy Field.
Katina settling in with his first strike. He's kind of focusing a lot of his attention out on second base, and we brought that up earlier. It's kind of a distraction, especially coming into this ball game as a one-run game. You got to really just lock in on the hitter. And
down and away. They're going to make a play at third base, and he's called safe. Kind of a bang-bang play as Capra draws the walk to get to first, but a good heads-up play by Navarro to get to third base. He is called safe, so now you got runners at first and third for the Titans. They got something cooking with just one out here in the bottom of the 7th.
That's excellent base running by Navarro. You teach that nowadays to read the down angle out of the pitcher's hand to see if that ball is going to get in the dirt. And if it does, you just take off. Our coach used to teach us that. Take off. If the catcher makes a great pick and a great throw and you're out, I will never be upset with you. But if it kicks off the catcher and you're unable to get to third base, and that's on you then. And
Good.
There he is. Great call. He's safe.
Good heads-up play on the outside. Also, I liked his technique, how he slid to the outside to avoid the tag, because it was a pretty good throw from catcher Gabriel Garcia to third base. But a good heads-up play to take that angle to kind of swoop into the right and to get in there safely. So you got runners in the base pad at the corners, first and third, one out. Titans in the lead for the first time. 2-1 your count. A big conference game. These two teams will do battle again tomorrow down south in Davie, Florida. And Garcia is going to go out to the mound and make sure that Katina and him are on the same page. A little break in the action. Beautiful night for baseball. Thanks for joining us here on WEFS TV. Eric Kohler, Alex Friedrich, and obviously the trusty sports information director and PA, I might add, Mark Dakotas. Good to have him back in the booth. And two teams out of the conference, first and second, get an automatic berth in the tournament in the next round. But obviously the Titans want to bring home some hardware and get that conference championship.
Right.
Sammy Duran at the plate. He's up 2-0 on the count, one out. Ball low and away. 3-0. What do you do here, Alex? You get a green light, or you watching?
I was thinking as a Broward fan, let's get the bullpen going here. Can't find the strike zone, but
looks like there's some activity up there.
3-0? Yeah, why not? Give him the green light. Just don't hit into a double play.
Sammy Duran.
You got it.
He got the green light to go at it. Fouls it out of play. It's a good call by my wingman Alex Friedrich. They got a couple pitchers up there stretching, but one right now is throwing his number 33, Jose Padron, right-handed pitcher, freshman out of Miami of Florida. And that's ball number 4. Good eyes by Sammy Duran. Now check this out. The Titans, for the first time, have bases loaded.
Now batting John Capra.
And that brings up John Capra to the plate. Great opportunity here to really help out Tim Luth, the pitcher for the Titans, to give him some run support and some insurance.
Right, yeah, he's got a 5, just above a 5 ERA, and I'm sure walking a couple guys last inning, he's going into this thinking, okay, well, if they can give me a little cushion, maybe I'll feel a little more comfortable out there on the bump.
You can see how the energy's kind of changed now since both starting pitchers have gone out of the game.
Right.
Obviously, Chambly and Calvo for your Titans had good control in this ball game, but now things are loosening up. Both teams now have been able to amass bases loaded situations over the course of the last couple innings.
Really to the wayside of the walk. I
Absolutely.
mean, they've been walking guys left and right.
And those are like turnovers in baseball. You got to make them pay. And it looks like head coach Ben Bizier is going to come out and visit the mound. So we'll have a little break in the action. A beautiful evening for baseball. Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for taking your time to join us, WEFS TV, on the beautiful campus of Eastern Florida State College. You can see that around here, you can just look around, just the construction and the new facilities are just, the opportunities here are endless. And Dr. Jim Ritchie does a nice job with his vision of this campus. You can see growing with facilities. They got Orlando City Soccer B now, plays over here at Eastern Florida State College, which is
very exciting.
Just taking off like wildfire. And a beautiful field, Bruce Bochy Field. And just a good program that Coach Tam has really built here for Eastern Florida State College. In the last game I called with you, they found the news that they were awarded those wins against Miami.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
So really reversed the energy and the trend where they were kind of chasing that. They were in that third position, and now they're the top dog. So looks like they are going to make the change. Ray Katina will check out, and Jose Padron will check in. It's a new pitcher.
Padron, a 3.8 ERA. 17 appearances, 21 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts to 14 walks, so the control may not be there, and that's not what you want if you're a Broward fan, just because you kind of been hurting for these walks lately.
Yeah, walks never work out very well.
Right.
You know, it's like those are turnovers in baseball.
Yeah.
And the key is when you're given walks, you got to make the other team pay. You know, you got to get up there a good piece of hitting. So now you're going to find out this is going to be the third pitcher of the evening after Stephen Chambly was cruising along for Broward. He replaces right there Padron. You can see he's got a good over-the-top motion.
Yeah, got some good velo for sure. I can tell by the sound of that glove popping.
Look at a good shot right there. Just a beautiful evening. Got some good weather. It's really the weather's really good this time of the year in the Sunshine State. It's nice where the sun is warm during the day, but it really cools down in the evening. You know, this is almost kind of, you can see some people bring out some little sweaters, trying to cool down right there. Good shot of Tim Luth, keeping himself warm. Came in to replace Calvo. Good shot to some of our fans out there. Enjoying a beautiful day. They were actually treated to a space rocket launch earlier in the evening. It was a great job by our crew to capture that. Actually seeing that rocket going up, I was thinking about Austin Powers, the rocket.
Yeah, it was our pregame rocket show.
Yeah, it's our pregame. We don't do fireworks here. We just actually literally load up huge rockets and shoot them into outer space.
You guys should all get here.
That's right.
See what we do next game.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you tune us in at WEFS TV. You never know what's coming your way. But great to be back in the booth, and many thanks to Ryan Keel of giving some opportunities to be out here, and it's always enjoyable to work with a fellow Knight.
I know. It's always great to see the voice of the Knights.
How about that?
Right next to me here.
I announce games. I remember announcing your name, man.
Yeah.
Alex Friedrich. How about that?
Yeah. The time has passed.
And now you're a business guy. You got kids. You got a family.
Yeah.
You got daddy duties.
Daddy duties. Yeah, sure.
I'll tell you what, beautiful. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful sunset here over the ballpark. Hopefully we can get a sunset with a sunset victory for your hometown Titans. They got something cooking right now. Bases loaded with one out. And Padron comes in a tough spot. He's a big kid.
Infield is all drawn in. Just trying to prevent that third run from crossing the plate.
Here we go. The table is set for John Capra. Capra boys from hometown Melbourne. Great opportunity here for John, third baseman, to pick up some ribbies here.
His brother Vinny out there at second. It's a good shot there.
Vinny, this makes me feel like I'm hungry for some pizza. Hey,
why you gotta say that, man?
Some Vinny. Hey, come see Vinny. Come see Vinny down here, downtown Melbourne.
Good pitch. Good pitch.
Shot by Capra right there. And on deck is left fielder Ian Lyle. See him in the background. 0-2 count. Capper's got to protect the plate here with bases loaded. Good eye to lay off that pitch. Padron tried to get him to bite on a bad pitch.
Yeah, not a bad play there, but once again, you got that long backstop, and Garcia gonna have to be a wall back there. Give up any free runs.
Great opportunity for the Titans to open up a very tight ball game, and he goes down looking. You just can't do that. In that situation, you cannot be looking at a called strike.
Well, the one thing is, he got 3 strikes, didn't swing at one of them, so I don't quite understand, but.
Yeah, it's a good pitch by Jose Padron. He came in to do his job, gets out number 2. And this is a great situation for Ian Lyle there, left fielder. Don't need anything special here, just a little slap base hit, anything.
Base knock.
Just got to get a couple more runs for Luth to give him some run support for your Titans. Again, Padron,
yeah,
another nice pitch.
He's coming in throwing strikes.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity for the Titans here. We finally got Broward on the ropes, but you got to make him pay. Slap foul, and now Lyle will be underwater on the count. He's facing 0-2 as well.
I'd like to see Lyle maybe spread out a little bit, choke up on the bat. Let's get some contact and just put the ball in play. Really see it deep, see the ball deep.
0-2 count, bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Ian Lyle, can he do something for your Titans? It's a good eye there, takes first ball. Anything between first and second would be perfect right here.
Right.
Because the second baseman still tries to come and tries to cover that runner at second. He'll go back to his position. Big base hit would open up this ball game. Slapped hit to short. Should be a routine play, and it is. Titans, though, do get to the lead. For the first time, they add a run, but they leave bases loaded. And great work by Jose Padron to come in and to get those outs, to not have any more damage. That was a great opportunity for the Titans to maybe open this up a little bit.
Yeah, both programs have been kind of really not cashing in on the runs that they should be with the situations that they've been given. And I'm sure both head coaches will have something to say about that after this game. And there we go. We got to look at Blair Calvo in the dugout, kind of distraught, hoping for the best.
Yeah, that's not the look that you want to see on Blair Calvo. You know, it doesn't look like he has. There's no ice or anything on there. It's just maybe just a little twinge or something. But we wish you well, Blair.
Yeah.
And you're a special talent, and pretty amazing to know that you have a 1.21 ERA and got your 70th strikeout.
Probably lowered after this ball game.
And then
because that one run, was it earned after the air? I mean, the throw was kind of air-mailed home.
We'll have to get clarification on that.
Right.
But also off the heels, too, is being named Student Athlete of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, great opportunity, some exposure, some TV time, some scouts were out here. You know, so I'll maybe try to find an update later. But right now, it's up to that young man to close it down. Tim Luth, number 27. He's only 6 outs away to try to get this save situation. And he kind of came in a little rocky start, walked his first 2 batters, but then got that most important 3rd out to fly out to center field to Manny Rodriguez. And that got him out of a jam because they were in a bases-loaded situation for Broward.
Yeah, I want to see Luth really just get ahead with the fastball. He's been throwing that breaking ball about more than half the time against these hitters, and he needs to establish his fastball, get ahead in the strike zone. If they hit it, they hit it, but don't overuse that breaking ball too much early, because then they're going to start keying on it.
You know, I like that point right there, and that's important for any pitcher, but especially when you come in that situation so unexpectedly, you really do gotta get ahead on that count.
Right.
There we go. Top of the 8th inning, first baseman, DeGendrick Crows. He comes to plate. This is his 4th at-plate appearance. And he's had an interesting stat line, I should say. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. How about that?
0 for 0 on the day.
How about the
on-base
0 for 0?
percentage,
How about that?
1,000.
How about that? And he takes another one.
My goodness.
Wow. So now he's 0 for 0 with 4 on bags. How about that? That's not what you want for Luth. You know, you want to get that confidence.
Especially that leadoff guy, you know.
Absolutely. So Gabriel Garcia is the next batter for Broward. He's 0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts. Striking out in the 2nd and the 6th inning, and he flied out to center back in the 4th. A young man that does have a lot of power. He doesn't have a lot of percentage, but he does have a lot of RBIs, and it leads the team with home runs.
Big swing.
So when he gets a hold of it, it's going somewhere. Top of the 8th inning. Titans get to the lead for the first time. They add a run in the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 between these conference rivals. And it's important to get this win tonight, Alex, because they do battle down in Davie, Florida tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Right. You want to get that first one.
Yeah, you need to get the ones at home. You got to protect your house.
That's right. Especially, you got to get the ones that we are broadcasting, too.
Yeah, you're right on that.
You know?
Got to be gassed back.
Yeah.
That's a nice pitch.
I always like the pleasant interviews with Coach Tam after the game, you know.
Yeah.
The W's.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, another edition.
Right.
With Coach Tam and Alex Friedrich. One of the bright spots of my evening. And that sunset. Sunset's absolutely beautiful here.
We do it for you.
I like that. Send me rockets, give me sunsets. Ball's fouled away. Just a beautiful facility. Just can't say it enough. Just just to see that the rapid growth of this university is just simply unparalleled. Just reminds me of the days of UCF, of how fast we've become the 2nd largest university in the country. It's amazing.
Right, yeah.
Over 60,000 students. And I think the enrollment here is just under 15,000. Slapped hit. He's going to try to get the force, and he does. Goes for 2, not in time. But a good play to get that force out and rub off that walk that Luth gave up to the leadoff hitter. I should say the hit batsman.
Right. Yeah,
So
good
good
job.
play. Yeah, good play by John Capra.
Yeah, I wasn't sure going to second would have been the best case scenario there, but I not getting a great jump on the play there was the runner at first base.
Brings up Christian Cowley.
Not bad in college.
Cowley's 0 for 3. So 2 strikeouts. Those were against Calvo. Calvo finished with 4 strikeouts on the evening. Right here, this would be a perfect situation to pull up a little 6-4-3 double play.
Right, yeah, and you also got to make sure your defense, you guys are all on the same page here. If they got a hit and run going on or something, let's all make sure we are in tune with what's going on around us.
Foul tip strike. Evens the count, 1-1. You can see right there at the end of the bat. Isn't it amazing how bat technology has come so far?
I know.
What is that end piece of the bat? What is it? Is that porous or is that just a design?
I
or-
think it's just design, really, my opinion.
Looks like a little bit of a cap.
Yeah,
Right?
they do have caps. Bats
like a
do have
plastic
caps in there,
cap.
but
Oh, there we go. We called it up. 6, 4, and 3. It's always nice to put it on the tee to hit it out.
there you go.
6-4-3 double play.
What a call.
And that's pretty good for Tim Luth. You can see getting some high fives, very excited. That's a great way to get out of that jam after you start off the inning by a hit batsman. And only 3 outs away for Tim Luth and the Titans, a notch in their 13th conference victory. And it looks like Gabriel Rodriguez is warming up in the bullpen for the Titans, so that's something to keep notated.
Go ahead, take it, man. You called it.
How about this right here? Luth gives it up. Right there, 6-4-3 double play, and nice play by Ruben right there on the corner to snag that. And I love the 6-4-3 double play.
Yeah.
Just what we needed. Now we're just even closer to Vinny's Pizza.
Let's get some insurance runs here first.
Yeah, you're right. There's a great shot. Nice job,
All
the camera
right.
crew. Look how that framed out. It's a beautiful place here. Beautiful evening. Happy Friday. Most people have traditional jobs. They can. Oh, look how it's framed out there.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah, if you haven't had the opportunity, you got to come check out the campus here. It is really stunning the way they've kind of set up, especially this baseball field with the waterways and the background of all the forestry and stuff. It's really, really a nice setup. And what a great name, too. Bruce Bochy Field.
Right, yeah.
To have Major League legend behind you.
It is. It's a beautiful complex, beautiful field, and a great game, really. That
Yeah.
awesome job there by the Eastern Florida State College to getting that second run in an inning ago, getting them the lead. And let's take a look at that hit by Navarro. Lace double off the bat. J.C. Milan giving chase, was unable to catch that, but great base running by Manny Rodriguez, rounding that with no contest at home, and ended up getting bases loaded that inning. It would have been nice to maybe capitalize, bring in a couple extra runs, but we still got the lead. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. Let's see if we can get some insurance runs here and take it to the top, see if we can close this game out.
That was a great inning for Luth to get and capped it off with a 6-4-3 double play. And both relievers have come in to do their job. Jose Padron did a nice job as well.
He did.
For Broward. But your Titans only 3 outs away from closing down Broward. It enters the bottom of the 8th. Catcher. That's going to be Jimenez. He's going to lead off for your hometown team. Bottom of the 8th, no outs. 2-1 in favor of your Titans. These are two teams that come in conference play that have 12 wins, but Eastern Florida State sits atop conference at 12-7, and Broward comes into the contest at 12-10, and those are conference records, obviously. Good shot by Gian Jimenez. He's done a nice job behind the plate defensively tonight.
That's right. The graphic showed it as DH there, but he actually usually is the DH. He actually got to start behind the plate this afternoon, as you alluded to, and has done a great job. Really good job framing the ball back there. So.
Well, I mean, especially when you have, Calvo goes down and they had bases loaded situations that those don't make the stat sheet is, a couple pitches. You're trying to get a batter to chase a bad pitch low and away. Mm-hmm. And in those situations, it gets away. I mean, you can see right now, these teams have really had to grind to get each one of these runs.
Yeah, defense has been tight this game. You got to give them that because there hasn't been a ton of strikeouts. So ball has been put in play, and runners have been stranded on base. So it's been a very defensively minded baseball game.
That was a good pitch by Padron right there. Jimenez was taken all the way. 2-1 the count. Slaps it toward the right side. And that'll be out number 1 as Ray Nogando, number 24, gets under it. And that'll bring up number 6 for your hometown team, Ruben Garcia.
Another one of those shots out to right field that continued to drift. Kind of got it off the end of the bat.
Right.
Still about would have landed probably on the warning track with that wind.
Ruben had that big hit in the 4th inning that scored the first run for the Titans. That big chopper that went over the head of the second baseman. 1 for 3 tonight. And there's that shot that I've been wanting to go. You see how it's drifting? It sure did. Hits it right where you had to do it.
Yep. Kind of knew that right off the bat. I said, there it goes.
We just kind of thought that was going to be the play tonight.
Yep.
And he gets his second hit. And again, really, Ray Naganda really didn't have a chance there because the wind's blowing out to right. There's big gusts. And gets it in the air and rides it out. So a double with 1 out.
Clutch piece of hit in there. Getting another runner in scoring position in the bottom of the 8th inning. Try to build some insurance for Luth out on the mound.
Yeah, I think if you could just get one more run, that'd really let Luth settle down and really kind of come out all cylinders in that top of the 9th. So that brings up your DH. Good shot at Cody Neal. Cody is 0 for 3 tonight in that DH spot. He's hitting in the 9-hole.
He's due for one. Got the nod at the DH position.
I thought we'd see a lot more of those shots that took place right there. That was the one based on the conditions of the weather today with that wind gusting out to right. Cody Neal takes strike 1. Let's see right here. Good shot right there. Just gets it up into the wind. Just has no chance. I mean, that would be normally without the wind. That would be a normal routine put out.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
Good frame out there. Ball's fouled away. You can see right there with that shot of how big foul territory is here at the ballpark.
Yeah, I think we've only got one though, man. Didn't I say 2 or 3 foul balls?
Yeah,
Man.
it's gone against the trend a little bit.
Come on.
It's gone against the trend.
Big at bat.
0-2, got to protect the plate here if you're Cody Neal.
Ooh, that was a missed location there. Cody Neal wants that one back.
Fouled away.
Yeah, Garcia, number 13, behind the plate, set out way outside. End up having to reach back inside. That ball was left right over the plate by Padron.
Coach Bizier's got number 22, Ian Exposito, warming up in their bullpen. Sophomore out of Miami, Florida. Good shot at Ian. And the pitch. And Cody Neal goes down. Second strikeout of the evening. And that'll bring up the top of the order. Manny Rodriguez, he scored the go-ahead run back in the 7th inning. And 2-out rally. Do you feel it's in the cards?
Right, well, Manny, if he just gets a base knock here, run scores, and then Manny's on first base, who will likely steal a bag. So a base knock here could put it, I think it almost switch places.
I like the base knock. Manny Rodriguez slaps it down the right side. That goes foul. Into Alex Friedrich's so-called moat.
The moat, yeah, that, okay. Yeah, I can live with that.
Hits it into the moat. Good shot of Manny right there. Good hustle. You know you're having a good game and you got some good dirt on you.
Absolutely.
You know?
Your laundry guy ain't going to be too fired up about that, but hey.
The Manny hits it over to the first base side. That'll be out number 3. So we played 8 innings. Your score reads, your Titans 2, Broward 1, only 3 outs away for your hometown team, the Titans, to get that all-important 13th conference victory. And that'll bring out Tim Luth. He's going to come out and hopefully close this thing down. Just 3 outs away. And it's been a good chess match game tonight. You know? You have a couple different flavors after 2 days away from a game that you won 17-6. You had 20 hits. And then the next day, 2 days later, you can just come in here and just run 0 to premium. But right now, it's in favor of the hometown team, the Titans. Can 2-1 be enough?
And this would be huge for this Eastern Florida team after seeing what could have happened here with Blair Calvo, their ace. You know, obviously not a favored situation with the arm injury, getting pulled out of this one early, but fighting back and getting that run in the bottom of the 7th really shows a lot about this ball club. And you know, it'd be great for them to pull out this win, but hey, Broward's a tough team. They play Eastern Florida tough every time, so they're not going to go down lightly. That is for sure.
Well, you know, also you have a lot of familiarity when you play each other so much during the course of the season.
Right.
That, you know, every game's going to take a shape in itself. And, you know, tonight really kind of boiled down to being a pitcher's duel between Chambly and Calvo. You know, Calvo obviously wanted to go more innings. He went out with an unexpected injury. We'll maybe get clarification later, but it is what it is. And Luth has come in, got out of a jam last inning, but getting a nice play defensively out of his defensive crew behind him with a 6-4-3 double play. So now he's 3 outs away, and this would be a great opportunity to shut him down. And leading things off for Broward is going to be their DH, number 25, Chris Cabrera. And Cabrera's 0 for 3. And this is a great opportunity for Luth to get him to mow down. 3 outs away, Alex.
Yeah, 8-9-1 due up. Crucial to get this first one down, deal with the 9-hole hitter, and then obviously roll back up towards the top of the order. So let's see how it pans out.
So here we go. Luth back on the mound, working the top of the 9th inning. Good start there. Good pitch called strike.
Nice little backdoor breaking ball action there.
Looks like your ride's arrived.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
This little yellow Lamborghini or Ferrari.
Yeah.
Strike three. Beautiful pitch by Luth. Mows him down with 3 consecutive strikes.
Now batting Edison Cabrera.
And that brings up Edison Cabrera.
Can you feel the confidence from Luth right
Yeah,
there after that one?
But you could see the release point. When he first came in, he was throwing tentatively.
Choking it.
And he was yeah, exactly. There wasn't now. You know, it gets a little confidence. He's got run support, got out of a jam. So 1 out, 2 outs away for Tim Luth and your hometown Titans to get a big conference win here in front of the hometown crowd. Right away, 1-0. And actually, this is a pinch hitter. This is your Donnie Salva.
Now batting Salva.
Salva with the first plate appearance. He's at a Barceloneta, Puerto Rico. A sophomore for Broward College. Takes ball 2. Salva comes into the game with a .283 batting average. He's got 3 home runs and 18 RBIs and 36 hits on the season. Donnie Salva. He comes in the 9-hole, replacing Edison Cabrera. And after Luth throws 3 consecutive strikes to strike out Chris Cabrera, he's now behind in the count 3-0 with 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Stay tuned at the conclusion of tonight's ball game. We're going to have a one-on-one interview with our very own Alex Friedrich. He's been going to go talk to Coach Tam and get his thoughts about what took place tonight. And kind of a night and day scenario there for Luth. Strikes out his first batter, and then he comes back in the second batter and walks him 4 consecutive balls.
Now batting Vesnatsky.
So Kyle Wisniewski and Coach Bizier is going to bring his troops together to talk about a little game plan here. Every at-bat counts, especially in a tight contest like tonight. 2-1 in favor of the Titans right here. We're in the 9th inning. It's been a beautiful night here at Bruce Bochy Field. Tip of the hat to our crew out there doing a nice job getting everything set up. They do a lot of hours out there on those camera stands. So tip of the hat to our crew. So Luth is waiting for this meeting right here, almost kind of like an unofficial timeout. You think that home umpire Ray Parrish would disband this meeting to continue the flow of the game, because this almost actually works against Tim Luth, the pitcher for your Titans, as he strikes out his first batter and walks the second batter with 4 consecutive balls. So runner on first base, 1 out, top of the 9th inning. It's a good shot right there. And Broward brings in J.C. Garcia. So J.C. Garcia comes in to pinch run for Broward at first base. And Kyle Wisniewski at the plate for Broward. Strike 1 for Luth. So a couple changes. Your Donnie Salva draws a walk, and then he's pulled out for a pinch runner, J.C. Garcia. And a good shot there, J.C. at first base. Luth's got to work out of the stretch position. 0-1. Count goes even. And stay tuned, fans. Post game, we're going to have a nice interview with our very own Alex Friedrich. He's going to go down and talk to Coach Tam of your hometown Titans. Gets his thoughts and feedback of tonight's action. 1-1 count. 1 out, top of the 9th. Works the outside and a great pitch. And got to give it to Ray Parrish, the home plate umpire. He's been very consistent with the placement of that pitch that he's been calling outside for strikes. Great situation for Luth now. Up on the count, 1-2. Be a great opportunity for Luth to record his second strikeout in this inning, especially with the runner at first base. Low and away. Back to an even count. This is the leadoff hitter. Kyle's 0 for 2 tonight. 2 flyouts and a hit by pitch. 2-2 count. Just a little high and outside. That's a full count. As a Titan fan, you're hoping that Luth can finish this game off. Full count, here it is. Gets him! Strike 3 is called. And they're going to call batter interference. That's going to be out number 3. That's the ball game. Another little oddity, a little twist to this game takes place again. So Luth gets strikeout number 2, and they're going to call batter interference. And they're going to call the game. That's a winner. What a game. A lot of the little different twists and all the little oddities and everything, but it counts. Eastern Florida State College victorious. They improved to 28-12 overall and 13-7 to solidify their first place spot in the conference standings. And so let's check this out. You can see the shot there, Ray Parrish and Mark Morgan making that call. So here we go. Luth is called strike 3. And I'm going to say right there that he interfered with the throw, and that was the right call. And not the way you really want to finish a ball game if you're Broward, but nevertheless it counts. But what a great win for the Titans. One of these resilient games that you just got to keep sticking in there to give yourself some opportunities. But we're going to take a short break and come back with a live interview with Alex Friedrich as he's going to talk Coach Tam. So stay right there, WEFS TV. Stay right there. We'll be back in just a moment.
This is where we're building the future, where you discover new opportunities and careers take flight. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where Titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it, like that. Come on, now you're on your way. Come on, like it, like that. Come on, ride with me, now you're on your way. Like it.
Join veteran sportscaster Jeff Radcliffe as he hosts Eastern Florida State College coaches and student athletes for a closer look inside Titan sports. Produced in partnership with Florida Today, the weekly in-depth program covers the 11 Titan men's and women's sports teams through game footage and coaches' analysis. Get closer to the action Thursday nights at 8 here on WEFS.
Hey fans, welcome back to Bruce Bochy Field, the side of 2-1 victors tonight for your Titans. Let's head on down to our very own Alex Friedrich. He's got Coach Tam. Alex?
Thank you, Eric. Here live with head coach Jeff Tam. Great win, coach, by the way. Excellent. So this one-run win, great starting pitching by both guys. What do you have to say about the pitching and the resilience of your defense?
Yeah, anytime you can get out there and get a quality start, you appreciate that. Their guy pitched a great game. He probably deserved better than that. But it comes down to, a timely hit and some good defense, and, we came through.
Absolutely, and just thinking about within your division, remaining, now you're in sole possession of first place, you were already, but what does this mean moving forward? You got them again tomorrow at 2 o'clock. You guys just trying to build some confidence moving forward towards the latter half of the playoffs, or season, sorry?
Yeah, well, definitely, it's a confidence boost to win a tight game against Broward. They're a great team. But, one game up in our division, that doesn't mean anything. You got to go out and compete every day on every pitch, and if you do that, then good things will happen. And, it's just so tight that, it's anybody's ball game still. If we play good baseball, we should be okay.
And working down the stretch, obviously, we got guys that are going to need to step up moving forward. And your pitching staff, obviously, you're going to need to really step up. What do you got? You got good guys in there that you can really count on to really, step up to the challenge to fill a spot potentially.
Yeah, well, they don't have a choice. They're going to have to get it done, and we move on. Yes, same thing with playing defense, and we've got them here for a reason, and it's time for them to execute. Good
win, Coach. Back to you, Eric.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, that was a great interview with Coach Tam. Congratulations. Nice job, Alex Friedrich. But a really big win tonight for your first place conference Titans. To win a game like tonight, you just got to find a way. You got to find a way. Blair Calvo had a great game, went out with an injury in the 7th. But you got to win these tight games, especially as you wrap up your conference schedule. But congratulations to Coach Tam. Remember, fans, these two teams will do battle again tomorrow. First pitch, 2 o'clock down in Davie, Florida. So each game counts as the team wants to win that conference championship. But I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun here on WEFS TV. Many thanks goes out to our wonderful crew here with the great shots. But another big win for your Eastern Florida State College Titans. On behalf of our wonderful crew, Alex Friedrich, my name is Eric Kohler. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep it classy out there. Good night, everybody. Titans win 2-1.